Welcome, everyone, to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and where XIVM has come in to give 10 memberships to our community right at the start of stream. Thank you so much, XIVM, one of the most chaotic chatters in the bunch based on Chaos Redemptions alone. And Grim Reaper, I was wondering when you'd pop in, man. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for being here. We've got a full house in the chat tonight for episode 2 of the Molten Myth. I hope you guys are excited, like I am, for this session. There's a lot to be revealed. So before getting too far down the sideways pipeline, I'm going to reveal Tabletop's beard oil that they sent me. It is their 2nd anniversary beard oil. Aw, happy anniversary,
Happy
Tabletop
birthday.
Beard. Happy anniversary. This one smells like chocolate cake, whereas last year's anniversary beard oil smelled like birthday cake. And I'm a
chocolate cake.
I'm a bad sponsor husband. I missed their anniversary last week. But you can still use code CHAOS20 for 20% off at their website if you want to try any of their beard oils or beard products. Link is in the description below. We love our friends over at Tabletop Beard. We also love our friend Justin, who's over at Darkeport, who just gave us another 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Justin. I'm going to have to remember all these points I need to give out.
I got you.
Thank you, voice in my head. If you guys are unfamiliar, Darkeport runs some fantastic live stream content over on their channel every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's their logo right there. And last night they ran a really cool behind-the-scenes interview of one of their players. If you guys are interested in that sort of thing, definitely go check them out. Their link is also in the description. And last but certainly not least, check out this comment from one of our newest viewers, T24T. Said, "Love it. I'm almost done watching this episode and look forward to the next." T24T, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if that's a name for something else, but thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for being a part of these adventures. Thank you all for being here. I love that we get to run these campaigns with all of you being part of the chaos here on Constructed Chaos. I think that's just about everything, so I'm not going to delay the excitement any further. It's time.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Yes.
It's so chocolate.
The jagged teeth of the sable fuel devour the last of the setting sun's light. Stars flicker like candles in its place, no longer veiled by the billowing forge smoke of Svathmar. The town feels cold and dark, like embers long since snuffed out. Its streets are silent and devoid of any life, but still you cling to hope. Indeed, one fire does still rage beneath the surface. Deep within the obsidian caves, something stirs, claiming captive the hearts of every smithy with alluring visions in void black stone. It beckons your curiosity, echoes your pride, and stokes your ambition. You have doused its call with the waters of refusal, but can you summon the strength to persist against its molten heart?
Welcome back, everyone. Now that chat has seen the intro and all of you have your points, and all of our players have seen the intro, we rejoin the 4 of you within the empty streets of Svathmar after sending a thief on his way.
What's that guy's name?
His name was Kurtag.
That's right, Kurtag.
Kurtag lies.
Yeah.
As the sun begins to swing low in the sky,
Sweet chariot.
what are all of you doing?
Drazad, you said we need to go to the mines?
Yes, Drazad.
Aren't the mines full of obsidian?
Well, the obsidian isn't. I don't know. So.
You didn't look into this yet. You don't know what you're in for.
Yeah, you should look in there. It's pretty cool.
No, Drazad has seen the beast before already.
I didn't
Well,
see
not
the beast. I saw
yeah.
something else when I looked into it.
Oh, that is.
I saw me and Yalaros playing catch
I saw me,
when I was a kid.
and me, and me, and me, and me, and me.
Right.
Yeah.
I was confused for
I
a
didn't
moment.
see any of that.
I thought it was stuck in some weird like chronomancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go touch it.
Okay.
Was it? No, look.
You
at
look at it. If you touch
Yeah.
it, then you see the
Yeah,
dragon.
put your tongue on it. I triple dog dare you. Put your tongue on it. Touch it with your tail first.
Zod,
Scratchy throat.
as you look into the obsidian, falling victim to the temptation and the peer pressure of your
Not
friends,
touch it.
you see yourself in an armor that gleams with impossible craftsmanship. And out of the shadow of your own reflection within the crystal, another figure stands. Forge Master of Svathmar, an old dwarf, no higher than your navel, but still somehow looks down upon you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As you feel a presence tugging at your senses, seemingly telling you that they can help you.
Is this being
save
charmed?
them.
I'm gonna take.
Whoa, wait. Brett's got the thing that
It is against being charmed, yes.
Very passionate.
Yeah. I see you start to slip like you're being. Charmed, and I will lean over to you and whisper in your ear, be like,
Hey, little mama.
"Yeah, yeah,
You little Drazadi.
yeah, yeah. Hey, little Drazada, it's gonna be all right."
Oh.
Yeah, you get to re-roll it with advantage.
Oh, great.
With advantage this time.
Oh, 25.
Okay. You feel the pull from this otherworldly presence. You feel as though you know in your heart of hearts that giving into this power would be wrong. It goes against everything that you have been taught growing up, taught here in Svathmar. But it's for the right reasons. And so you begin to give in, and then you feel a presence. Your friend kind of whispers in your ear and reminds you that you are already strong enough to achieve this on your own. You don't need that power.
Right, I am Drazadi.
That's right.
Right, don't you forget it.
No, Drazad is mainly concerned that a lot of the craftsmen and the Forge Master himself are like stuck in the mine, being possessed by this entity. Like we kind of need to help them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It also did beckon to me. I did catch you guys up on that, right?
Don't lick it.
What was beckoning?
Yeah, you said you saw the dragon that she saw when she touched it.
Right. But it specifically told me, well, I guess it wasn't, it arguably could not have been talking to me necessarily, but it said, seek me out,
Shaper of the Dark
Shaper
Stone.
of the Dark Stone. I was,
Oh, that's maybe we shouldn't go down there.
no, I feel like that was talking to me though.
Yes, but like
Yes, but if that's
it's
what it
also
was.
controlling all of the other people who are also presumably down there.
Let's just not go see the dragon Alex created.
Let's get
You
back
guys
on the
are welcome
ship
to
and
do whatever
fly
you
away.
like to do.
I mean, this is your people, Rizad.
You feel like
it's
it was
definitely a
calling
trap,
to you.
but
Yeah,
should we
if
walk
you
into it
feel
or
like
not?
it was calling to you, I mean,
Kind of feels like a trap.
Well, a lot of things we do are mostly traps. But
Yeah, I mean, the only way to save them would be
Right.
presumably to
That's
walk into
true.
the trap.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
sometimes you have to trigger the
We're-
trap.
Pyraxis will protect us.
We're heroes, and we gotta do the
That's right.
Didn't you
We
try
are
to
beefy.
talk to Prioraxis and he was like, "Don't talk to me. Can't hear you right now. Call again later."
You know,
something.
Drazad did talk to Pyraxis.
He denied your collect call.
I think I blocked it out, to be honest with you. I don't think it was
Did
good.
not accept the charges.
Basically, yeah.
He was basically like, "You don't ever give anything in return. You're always asking."
All you ever do is take.
Very one-sided friendship or relationship.
Drazad, listen, I tried to convert everybody. Nobody listens.
Maybe you and a
I'll
cult.
convert.
Didn't I talk to Pyraxis?
You did. When you, in the previous session, you asked if he knew what was causing this. You didn't get an answer at all.
Okay.
And you usually look for signs. You're not necessarily hearing a voice.
Right. Yeah.
You got dial tones.
Then you asked if
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Ralmarak had an opposing force, like an opposite. And your holy symbol, which is a swirl of mithril and obsidian.
Right. The mithril.
Mithril begins to swirl through and glow brightly before setting back solid.
Your yin and yang.
Right. That's a good sign.
I mean, it's your god.
Right, for sure.
Oh, sure.
Let's go.
Okay.
Should we rest first? What time is it?
Sun is
Sun is setting.
Swing low.
Wait, Jerry.
I forgot about the chariot.
Christmas time already? No. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, then I mean we can. I mean, I guess
We're
rest.
gonna go into the mines. We should rest before we go in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like now we know
It's
there's
safe.
a dragon.
Let's find one of these houses that doesn't have
timeline.
obsidian jetting out of it. And
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We are on a timeline?
We're not. No, we are
Oh,
not.
yeah. Let's go take a good long
I mean,
nap.
the giants aren't exactly like
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
well,
and they
I
know
mean,
we're here.
The
at
Oracle
this
is like,
point.
I can only hold him for so long.
No, Drazat thinks she's probably dead at this point.
Oh, probably.
You know what? Hold on. You see,
Sending the oracle.
hey, the Oracle. Drazat here.
You
How?
dead yet?
What's the situation with the dragon? Where are you?
The caller you were trying to reach.
You do distinctly get the
Remember, you
feeling
have
that
dialed. It's no
the
longer
sending
inside.
spell connects, but you don't get a response.
She is preoccupied.
Or possessed.
Oh,
Preoccupied.
yeah.
Either way,
So that means, what's 8 more hours?
8 more hours for them to catch up to us, but you know.
Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, we just got here, I thought.
You did.
Yeah, so
mean,
we don't
long
need
enough
to
to-
rest.
yeah.
Drazat to threaten to kill that man. but
Yeah.
Do you need
Drazat
to-
is-
But I mean, it's
Does
still near
anyone
the end
need
of the
to
day. We've
rest?
presumably been sleeping in the evenings every day on the ship.
No, Drazat does
Are
not.
we tired?
No, I'm not going to impose like exhaustion or anything if that's
Yeah.
what you're worried
I
about.
mean,
We-
if we
we
can
can
sit
press
for an
on.
hour and I can do Hero's Feast and
I
then
just have
re-up
one.
it for another 24 hours.
I have one spell slot. That's down. I'm chill.
We can make our way in.
We'll
Yeah.
leave it. I
Drazat
don't know how you're
would
gonna.
like to go in like ASAP.
Yeah. So I did Hero's Feast, but I don't know when it's gonna fall off because it was not the.
You would have
last
done it
session,
like
was the previous.
we'll
As we
say
got
as
off
the
the
ship
ship.
was landing.
Yeah.
I'll give you
So-
the benefit of like the most possible time.
How long has that been?
Well, the ship is about an hour away. I would say that you've been exploring the city for about an hour. So a couple hours.
Okay.
Got 6 more hours.
It lasts for
Here's
24.
Fist 24.
It was for 24.
okay.
22 hours.
Yeah. So we're good.
Yeah, not
okay.
until
Okay.
we rest. Yeah, you
Cool. Yeah. Then let's go in.
All right.
I don't know if there's doors on the.
They definitely have doors on their mind.
Drazad, you move through these familiar streets almost as if you have in so many dreams that you've experienced in your time away. It feels like you're not actually here. You lived here for so long and have been gone for such a long time that it feels like it can't possibly be real. And indeed, it feels wrong. The streets are empty. Shards of obsidian glass jut out from the ground like jagged teeth. But you navigate easily enough, and at the far edge of Svathmar, where the stone walls give way to the black cliffs of the Sable Fjord, you find the entrance to the obsidian caves, framed by 2 great stone pillars etched with more script in the giant language. Dorak Zan Ulgram. Ambition alone is ash. The air spilling out from the pitch-black tunnel is hot, dry, and metallic. A faint rhythmic chant echoes up from its depths. Something does indeed still toil in the dark. What would you all like to do?
Drazad, this one was your idea, so I'm gonna let you take point, and I'll be right in the behind you.
No,
I'll be
that
I'll be
is-
right behind you.
Yeah, right. No, see, Drazad he came prepared for this. He learned a new trick, you know? And you'll see, he looks over at Valoth and he winks. And he'll start kind of toiling with his prayers. And you'll see like a weird, normally it would be a shadowy figure, but in my mind, it's more like a little, almost like a bubble that you can kind of see as it reflects light. An unseen, ritual cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
And then I'll send them ahead of us 59 feet.
Meat shield.
All right.
No. No.
Yeah.
I would also like to take that time to ritual cast Jeff.
Yes, Jeff. Yeah, you're able to summon your familiar.
My tunnel rat.
Send him out
Like
ahead.
some unknown, like cryptic language, casting a spell, and then
So let me get the marching order. We've got Drazad, Flora, you're right behind him, is what
Yeah.
you said. And then Odd and Baloth, how is that lining up?
Take the rear.
The rear?
Hey-o.
All right.
That's right.
You all press into the obsidian caves, the air a curtain of warmth the second you break the threshold. You continue to follow a winding tunnel. Deeper and deeper you descend into the obsidian caves, and the hotter the air becomes. The porous volcanic walls glisten faintly, but most of the obsidian has long since been mined away. Though,
That's good.
as the slender corridor opens into a wider chamber, you're surprised to see something dark and charred still lying near the edge of the cavern. Drazad, you're leading the pack, so make a perception check for me.
Ooh, Drazad. He's okay.
Perceive!
He is.
Mr. Wisdom.
Drazad's passive perception is 15, so he will roll a 15.
Is it really?
Did not roll a 15.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 13.
Mm.
And I think I'm going to take my reaction. I'm going to take a 5 from chat.
So 18 total.
18,
Thank you, chat. That's a nice roll.
Thank you.
Drazad, as you look across this open room,
On cue.
you see in the far corner something that looks like darkened stone, but you know it's not obsidian. It doesn't glint quite the same. And as you strain your eyes using a bit of chaos from chat to see a little bit better into that crevice, you see humanoid remains.
Ballot, this might have been a real trap.
Tried to tell you.
Thing that was trying to charm us told you to come here.
Well, you know, it's like maybe it is Pyraxis beckoning me for some reason.
I would gather that this thing might be blocking Pyraxis.
Well, we'll see.
Agree to disagree.
We'll see when we get there.
Yes, we will.
Being that it's so dark in here, are there like a couple of loose, is there any loose rocks or anything on the
Oh,
ground?
definitely. There's tons of loose gravel and slag.
I'll just kind of reach down doop, and cast light on a pebble, and I'll toss it over there just to kind of see, I don't necessarily want to see the bodies. I want to see if there's anything not moving and hiding like a predator,
Okay.
waiting to pounce.
You toss the stone across the rocky floor, its porous nature almost causing it to disintegrate as it rolls across the rocks into a fine powder on the other side as it... as that light sort of disperses through the chamber, you're able to see a little bit better. These are not skin and bone. Rather, they are just bone. See several charred skulls, femurs, rib cages, just sort of amassed into a small pile on the edge of the room.
And I know this isn't this wasn't here when I left to go to Eretheos, was it?
I mean, you certainly don't remember the obsidian caves having any
We wouldn't just
remains like
leave
that.
the dead in there.
No. That would have
This
normally
is where
been...
we keep our dead.
Right.
And this is...
This is where we use the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, Drazad is unsure, but these are more. These were not here from what Drazad can remember from when I left.
Oh, there weren't dead
With
bodies in
Eretheos.
the corner?
No, we typically take a
No.
little bit more respect.
Don't we
to our
have
dead.
a speak with the dead scroll?
No. a powerful cleric like myself is able to cast Speak with the Dead, but we would have to sleep. I could use it and use Divine Intervention, but I really don't want to.
Don't want to. Yeah, don't waste it on that.
Yeah. Oh no, they have to be intact.
Oh. They have to have a tongue and stuff like that?
I don't know if they have to have a tongue, but the body has to be intact. It can't be like
a pile
scattering.
of bones.
Like, to me, this is like something like killed them and then was like num 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 and like tossed it.
Big dragon. I don't know.
Higher
Whatever the thing that was.
Are the bones charred?
They certainly look to be from this distance. Their blackened sort of sheen is either soot piled up atop them, or they're charred to match the rest of this dark cavern. It's hard to tell from a distance.
How far away are they?
You'd be about 30 feet from them at this point.
Oh, I think
Jeff, I choose you. Yeah, I'm gonna send Jeff over there. Look through his eyes as he's approaching.
Yeah.
Does Jeff have your eyes of minute seeing?
No, because I don't want to lose those. I'll just send him with
cranium rat with a
Because if I'm
little
using
monocle,
I'm
yeah.
using my investigation even without I still have a plus 13. I don't.
Make an investigation check for me.
Add dice, but still 22.
22. I'm gonna have you make a subsequent medicine check.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's use a better dice. Bad. Worse. What we got in chat? I'm gonna take an 18 for a 19.
Okay. With your investigation, you're able to determine that the bones are they don't appear to have been laid over with soot. They do appear to be scorched, but something about it seems a little bit weird. Like the scorching shouldn't be this uniform across all of it. You should still be able to see like white bone throughout. It's almost as if they were placed into a fire and burned for an extended period of time. And as you can, as your familiar continues to look them over, you begin to count bones as part of the human anatomy and realize that there's a lot missing. As a matter of fact, the proportions are completely off. This doesn't appear to have been doesn't appear like something died right here, like maybe the bones were assembled later.
Like there's like 50 pelvic bones, but there's only like 10 femurs or something.
I was about to say
Something like that, yes.
Okay. Is there anything that's like there are none of this bone? Or I wouldn't get that with what I investigated.
All the teeth.
I think with
there are no funny bones.
A lot of what you're seeing appears to be there are several skulls, 2 rib cages, a few femurs, and a few bones that look like they might have been from a hand or foot. But a lot is missing. Metacarpals, thank you.
There's none of
So there's several things that like
like
that there's nothing of that type of bone in this pile.
No.
There's not just
bones
like
from the inner.
oh, the only bone that's missing from this pile is the this bone.
Yeah, it's
Something
remarkably
really like
consistent in
Yeah.
like what's missing.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Would I know of any rituals or anything that would utilize those specific missing bones in any kind of way?
An Arcana check.
I used my heroic inspiration for a 19.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. With your 19, there are an assortment of rituals that might require specific bones, and you begin to wonder what might not require a skull, which is you feel like a fairly common component in many of those rituals. And then you remember something else in your arcane memory sticks out to you. There is a creature that is composed of only a skull that often has to do with flame.
Flame skull, like
Oh, I was thinking Timmy Lift.
And as
I
that
think these are flame skulls.
as that realization comes to pass in your mind, the bones twitch, and with a sudden rush of heat, embers flare within hollow sockets, and the bones lift from the stone ground below. The skulls rise, laughter shrieking through the tunnels as fire and ash erupt into the air. Roll for initiative.
I'm imagining the little...
Jeff!
Valeth looks at the group and he goes, "They're flame skulls." And as he says that, he disappears as his contingency goes off into greater invisibility.
I am imagining the skeletons on Mario
That's how we know we're
in the lava world. You know, you like crush them and then they go, and they come right back. That's what I'm imagining.
Advantage on the initiative.
Oh, nice. Wow, even lower. You guys want to know what I rolled?
Lower.
Fucking 5 and a 3.
Health, what'd you get?
13.
13. Uncharacteristically low. Odd.
21.
21. Characteristically high. Drazad.
18.
18.
Not for like the past couple of weeks.
I don't know what Morgan's.
Flora, what'd you get?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Pinky's Batman.
Flora got a 6 for those of you in chat.
Appropriate.
Didn't hear. Odd, you are actually first in initiative as combat begins here. What would you like to do? These flame skulls in the corner of the room have started cackling, and they basically incinerate Jeff. I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yo, no, Jeff! I'm going to, how far away am I?
You would be about 30 feet exactly. I'm looking for my...
Oh, okay.
I like to think as Jeff incinerates because he's like an incorporeal. Like I don't know exactly what the familiar things are.
You're about 35 feet from the nearest one, but I'll give you the 30 because I kind of placed you there.
Yeah, I'm going to run in and start smashing this.
Okay.
Start swinging.
As I run in, I have the baton and it kind of erupts in this big beam of light. And all of the slides back and forth. The beam of light slides back and forth from one end to the other end of the baton. And as I run up, you see all of it like focuses to one side. So it becomes very, very long on this side. And I hit it like that. I'm actually going to stop just short of it.
Oh, so I
you're can hit it
5 feet
range.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Because
Nice.
I want to be.
Get that
I want to be on it.
They have a lot of
I
ranged
wanna be
attacks.
on it. Well, I'll hit it here and then I'll close the rest of the way after
Okay.
I'm done. Yeah, is my plan. Okay. Does a 16 hit this thing?
A 16 does definitely hit this thing.
Sweet.
Smack that.
Smack that.
As you rush in,
max
a
damage.
beam of light extending from the baton you wield in your hand and striking the creature. Its radiance combining with the flame that wreathes it. How much damage did it take?
15.
15?
It
All right.
It needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. So good at these, by the way.
I'll bet.
In case you were wondering. That is an 8 on the die for a total of 3.
As I come down with the beam of the bow staff of light, I catch it in a stupid little where the flame is touching the ground.
Yeah.
Knock it prone. Can they be knocked prone?
They are immune to the
They're
prone
immune?
condition.
Okay,
so
all right.
as you swipe the flame from underneath it, you see the flame reconstitute almost instantly as it kind of looks down and then back at you.
And I'm like, I start laughing at it. Ah! And I start throwing
Are they-
spears at it.
Like floating?
Yes, on flame. There's like a gout of flame.
How
lifting
tall
into the air.
up?
Not far. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
they're-
float
hover.
like about that high. All right, so that's gonna hit. That one's gonna hit. That one's gonna hit.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
So I gotta hit these buttons over here.
Get giggity wrecked.
Faster. So 9 plus 14 plus 12.
35.
35.
35 force damage. As now kind of channeling the wind of your Laros, like you see these spears are bigger and they're pushed forward faster
Nice.
by like a gust of wind.
As the spears hurtle through the cavern, some of the wind begins to kick up a bit of dust from the floor. All of your spears connect with the skull, one in each eye socket, and then one last one through the mouth as it is driven to bone dust. But springing out from the ashen dust on the floor now are several other smoky creatures that you're actually, it's hard to make out exactly what shape they carry.
I am going to Misty Step. I'm going to Misty Step to in front of these two guys.
Okay. Soup.
Soup that is too
See,
hot.
I starts. It looks like he's almost walking fast off the ground, and then like you see it push him in a little swirl of wind.
Nice.
And that's it.
You corner the two remaining flame skulls as these ashen entities begin to spring up. We actually move to the flame skulls' turns.
Ooh. You know what they do. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're about to find out
I know.
if you don't already.
Yeah.
So this one in front of you, Odd. Well,
Are these things the bat things? Are those methods?
you could. They may look like methods to
Okay.
you if you've seen.
We
them.
fought like
It's
mud
odd.
methods, I think, before.
You fought.
Like ash met, something like that.
It might have been something like that, and I might have even used these minis in the Forgotten Flame. But I can tell you that these are a new stat block that I made specifically for this, and it will be in the homebrew pamphlets for this month.
Oh, methods suck. They always do something that's horrible.
And you think these won't?
This
Oh, they definitely will.
one of the
100%.
skulls in front of you, Odd, actually begins to cackle, seemingly holding no remorse for the loss of its friend. And as it does, it spits out 2 rays of fire from its mouth. You dodge them expertly.
They weren't meant for you.
They
You
weren't
realize they weren't meant for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, ha 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 ha.
Little, like imp.
One connects with this creature. The other connects with this one.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what just happened?
Flame Skull
Skull?
just shot its potential friends. So either they're
Are
not
they-
friends
are they
or
imps?
They're
something. Smoke
most
monsters.
likely smoke methods.
These were like-
if I had to guess.
Just formed.
Okay. Okay.
Alex
smoke.
must have watched some physics video where he remembered that smoke is actually fuel for fire. Is that about what's going to happen right now?
So the way these work, as you now witness, is the smoke creatures are hard to see just on their own, and creatures that are within 5 feet of them are blinded. As the fire strikes 2 of them, that aura expands as they are stoked. So now that aura is 15 feet on these 2. So Drazad, you are blinded currently. Odd, you are blinded currently.
Yep.
And this one is going to slip out this way as it continues to cackle.
Oh, no save?
No save.
Oh, he's
just blinded.
Are you blinded while you're in it, or are you?
While you're within 15 feet. So you can walk out of it. And that stoke condition, you would imagine is temporary. It's not like a permanent thing.
Yeah.
Are there still flame skulls in the corner over there?
There is one in the corner there, and there's one that just moved. You see it break out of the ash that is spawned from this creature. As it continues to cackle, you see the flames in its throat beginning to expand just a moment too late as it shoots out a streak of radiant fire that connects with the ground in front of you. I need Drazad, Valoth, and Flora to make dex saves.
Leave me alone.
This is not something counterspellable, is it?
Would be.
Oh,
Oh,
is it a
yeah.
spell? I thought it was a ability.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Flame Skull. So yeah, I'm gonna attempt to counterspell that.
Okay.
Guys,
You got to roll.
And I have to make a con save,
On
correct?
save. Yep.
You're probably really good at that, too.
That is an 18.
Oh,
shit.
no.
Or 18
I can't see
with-
it.
They're good enough.
I can't see it. Yeah. What?
I don't have another reaction. Damn it! I thought I was gonna get to do it because I I have one free use of silvery barbs. I'm like, the casting spell thing doesn't matter anymore. But I used my reaction to do that. Okay, so dex save.
Dex save for the 3 of you, yes.
oh, I made a 17.
17.
I already rolled.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Flora, what'd you get on your dex save?
Thought I didn't have to.
Oh, no, you definitely have to. You're like front and center for this.
No.
Well, I rolled it, and then I was like, oh, counterspell.
I know.
Listen, I have to make a con save. I really thought.
Okay, well, then I'm taking something from the
You have
chat.
a +2 to con.
Thanks, chat, for the 19.
Not terrible.
Better than me.
19?
21.
Okay, so all of you save against Fireball. As it erupts in this cavern, you feel the pressure explode through Odd. You're not close to the blast, but you actually, your eardrums feel like they're about to pop. You're blinded, so you don't see the source, but you certainly hear it. Let's see, 8d6 is 7 per 2. There's 4. So 21 halved. Each of you is going to take 10 points of fire damage.
And I'm going to take 5.
Did I do that wrong?
Slay.
No.
21
did that
half
wrong.
is 10.
It's 14 because there's, yeah, so 14 points of fire damage.
I just typed in 104.
Fours down.
Oops. I make my con save
Or hear me out.
with a dirty 20.
This flame skull is also going to try and maneuver a little bit to be right here.
Guess they're not blinded.
No, they're not. Well, they are. This one just ran out so that it could use fireball. This one shot before it was blinded.
It's just kind of moving around.
So, Drazad, it is now your go. Valoth, you're on deck.
Okay, so before I move,
Fireball?
No. They would like that.
I have the blinded condition, and I've read Channel Divinity. Channel Divinity Turn Undead just says each undead of your choice within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom save. It doesn't say anything about seeing them.
Yeah, you know they're there. So, as long as they're within 30 feet, you can choose them. All right.
I might stumble.
Rushing in, you are still blinded, but you've seen the room, so you know about how far you need to go.
And then you'll see Drazad's holy symbol begin to glow and glow and glow brighter and brighter. As he just hollers Pyraxis' name out, and I'll cast Turn Undead.
Okay.
So they all need to make a wisdom saving throw.
You're choosing the 2 flame skulls, correct?
I would choose all of them if those are undead.
They are not undead.
Okay, I wasn't super sure, but you know, I was just trying.
The flame skulls are both going to fail, with the highest being a 10 on that wisdom save.
Okay, so they're frightened and incapacitated, and have to run away from me.
Okay? On their turns.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a lot better now.
Well, this is...
Yeah, on its turns.
Frightened's the same as it always has been, but Turn Undead has some extra stuff.
Don't they use their action to like dash away? I mean, that's
And well, no, not base Frightened.
Oh,
This
really?
this says that, but Frightened basically just says you have
Can't move
disadvantage
closer.
as long as the target is within your line of sight.
May not need these. Hold on.
Okay.
Well,
cool.
I'll put them right here.
They're frightened for you. It's not like Charm. Like, if we damage them, they're still going to be...
no, it ends the condition, but they also take 23 radiant damage.
23 radiant damage. Hell yeah.
It's seer undead. Any undead that is turned and fails its save.
Then takes the damage.
No.
Dang.
All right. Drazad steps out into the center of the chamber, clutching his holy symbol as white light penetrates through the darkness for a split moment. Drazad, you are still blinded, but you can see these outlines of the skulls cackling and then shrieking as they are still wreathed in fire, still a threat, but they are both frightened. And certainly looking to rush away from you.
I've been having that little fire thing since Gen Con. I got it for a
You had to
quarter.
drop it in the worst little canyon.
Oh, shit.
Morgan,
Dominoes.
Okay, all of that wasn't my fault.
I know. You dropped it in like the worst spot.
Trying to make you smile. Little
I like it. It's cool. Got it at Gen Con. We'll be there again this year if anybody else will.
I'll fall over again.
It's fine. It's just leave. Just leave. He's incapacitated. He's taking a nap. Drazad, are you doing anything else?
Crying.
Valoth, it is your go. What would you like to do?
Valoth, seeing all of these friendos so nicely clumped together, is gonna swirl together a little bit of chaotic energy. So he's invisible. So just in the air, you just see this orb swirling.
You made your con save.
Yeah,
earlier?
I did.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
I heard him say it.
Yeah. And so he's swirling this orb as he launches it at the first one right
Okay.
there. And he is casting it at the 4th level so that I can bounce it to all of them if it does bounce.
Chromatic orb. Here
Does
it goes.
invisibility give me anything? On this? No, right.
Super
It's a to hit roll.
Yeah.
You would have advantage.
My attacks have advantage. Oh, yeah.
Reaper said crying is a free action.
I'm not blinded.
Very true.
Yeah.
I take that free action often.
Yeah.
I like to take the cry action.
I have advantage to hit them
Yeah.
because they can't see me.
I didn't know
I
if they're like
I
a.
take the cry action every
28 on the first one.
28 definitely hits. The way it works, Odd, is that like you could think of the smoke that they're exuding as like choking out
Cold
your
damage, by the way.
eyes.
It's going to say acid, but it's cold.
Like they are not heavily obscured, but people within 15 feet are blinded
Okay.
by that
'cause
smoke.
It irritates your eyes.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's 34 cold damage.
Oh shit!
Rolled a couple 8s and,
All right.
and the 7 there.
Yep, they take all 34 of that.
I'm going to bounce it to the one that's not glowing.
Okay.
Because I got 2 8s.
Which one's glowing?
These 2
From what?
getting hit by firebolts. 22 to hit.
22 will definitely hit. 28.
28, and I don't think that one bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. There's no 1s, there's no 4s, there's no 5s. Yeah, that one doesn't bounce.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, cold damage though.
God, so many
I think
dice.
chat wants some
I know.
Chat, asking you shall receive.
Yes.
The fog cometh.
Oh man, cometh.
Valoth, as you push out this gust of cold air, it ripples through some of the ashen clouds that these creatures have created and now writhe within. The cold begins to reverse the stoking that the skulls did. Their smoke is still present in that 15-foot range, but you can see that they are recoiling as some of their the flames at their feet that have kicked them up are diminished. It bounces through to the next creature that actually shields the third from your attack rippling through any further.
Ooh. And then I'm right on the edge of the blinded thing, right?
Yes, yeah. If
But I
you,
can still
Flora's really at the edge.
So, but I can still see through it. Like I'm
Yes.
curious. It's not like darkness, right?
Yeah, what I was telling Brett is basically like these creatures aren't heavily obscured. It's just they're pushing out this disgusting ash that like irritates the eyes and causes you to not be able to see. If you're within
nostrils.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to Starlight Step bonus action. As far as I can get over there, I know it'll technically
30
put-
feet?
30 feet. I know it'll technically put me in the radius because it's 15
Yeah,
feet
let
on
me
either
double
side.
check.
Here. This is my 30-foot line.
So that would put you just on the other side of
I
the
said
creature.
trap.
And that's important because it can opportunity
I'm
attack.
invisible. It can't see
Honestly,
me.
we need each
That's true.
one.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So then I'm just going to run the
Okay.
rest of my movement away.
To the corner.
Yeah, just to break us up a little bit better, even though they can't see me.
You're gonna lay down too.
That takes movement to do that, right? to lay down?
Drop prone? I don't believe so.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
Zod blinded in the ashes goes.
He can't. He's
Hello?
blind and I'm invisible.
I thought I have the sudden since you are laying down again.
In your mind, you hear,
Don't tell him.
Valoth, after your turn, it is now the turn of the smoke elementals. This one is going to close on you, and because you're blinded, it's going to have advantage on its 2 attacks.
Good. Methods usually explode when you hit them.
Does a 26 hit?
Hey, who?
You.
Razad?
Oh yes, I'm.
Oompst.
And a 25. Those are both just really good rolls, honestly. So you're going to take 26 points total of slashing damage as it rushes through its own ash cloud. You feel the sting, you hear the wings flapping behind you, and then you feel the searing pain of its claws digging into your backside. This creature is going to turn to the skull that is incapacitated next to it.
Was that just one attack or was it multiple?
That was a multi-attack. It was 2 13 damage attacks. Are you concentrating?
No.
Okay.
I have to reduce each one by 4.
Gotcha.
You reduce
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. How you doing this?
8 total.
It was-
you were just reducing.
It was 26 total, so you're
26, so
reducing it to 18.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
This other ash spawn is going to turn towards the flame skull that is incapacitated, rolling with advantage. It's going to hit it, dealing 13 points to it.
Oh, it's equal your proficiency now. Nice.
So now that it has taken damage, it is no longer fearful or incapacitated.
Oh, it popped him.
Yep.
The light's back on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Again. I would do the laugh.
You can't see this, but I am sticking my tongue out, trying to get the.
You know what's really mean?
Hey, it worked for Michael Jordan, all right?
Alex gave me a wild shape that is immune to everything these flame skulls can do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But the only damage that it deals,
Is
flame
fire.
skulls are immune to.
Uh,
or resistant.
What a terrible, terrible
This
turn.
creature is now going
It
to
doesn't have any kind
Whoa.
of like claw or bites. It's all.
You're
use its second attack on you, Odd.
Skulls are resistant.
Is it, I'm still blinded, right?
Yeah, so
You are, so it's at advantage. Does a 22 hit?
You're saying it's poison.
I am going to shield.
Okay. As it runs in, using the ashen cloud of its ally as cover, it is going to attempt to strike out at you. It looks as though it's going to make purchase, and then you conjure a magical shield in front of you. Its claws bang off of the arcane aura.
Heck yeah.
Damn, I was way down there in the initiative, huh?
Yeah, you were.
This one's going to come towards you, Flora. And as it begins to approach you, you feel that same acrid sting plunging into your own eyes as you are blinded. A sense of panic wells up within you as you know this creature's about to strike, but you can't see it. That is a non-natural 20 to hit
That hits.
and a 26 to hit.
That misses.
You are going to take 26 points of slashing damage as its claws ring out against your chest here. It is going to stay where it's at. All right.
is Odd no longer blinded because that one moved? Because that was one of the glowy ones.
So their ash cloud is always present within 5 feet of
gotcha,
them.
gotcha,
Yeah.
The stoking makes it 15 feet.
Gotcha.
So currently, the people that are blinded are still blinded. As you see those clouds, you, Valos, see those clouds begin to diminish back into that 5-foot range.
I will telepathically let them all know that.
Okay?
Is that why
Calling
Drazat
out
cannot see
plays.
right now?
I'm calling out plays from the shadows.
How are you calling
Laura?
out plays? It sounds like you're laying down somewhere.
Flora, it is your go. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Like when you call somebody, they're obviously laying in bed, and you'd be
Or
like,
in the bathroom and you can
yeah,
hear the echo.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Are you in the bathroom? No. yeah.
Odd, you're on deck, just so you know.
Trying to get a 15-foot cube that.
Yeah.
God, huh?
That's okay.
If you're
No,
just
but
trying to get
I-
these two, you can position it like that, so
Yeah,
it doesn't hit
and a flame
Drazad.
straw if you want.
No. I would hit Drazan.
Oh yeah.
Also, 15
Yeah,
foot
I'm gonna
cube.
try to get just those two in a
Okay.
15-foot cube. For Thunderwave.
Underwave, nice.
The hopes that it maybe dissipates a little bit of the cloud they got going on over there.
Sure.
That-
Yeah.
Sure, like,
Does that deal thunder damage?
Thunder damage.
Okay. What is the save that they have to make, Con?
Yes. So they both have to.
Okay, the first one nearest you is going to roll. That is a 17 exactly.
Oh, it saves.
The second one is
Save
going to
a
roll.
17.
That is a 15.
He fails.
Okay.
So,
I got it back.
on a failed save, okay, so he'll take half as much.
Okay.
The save will take half as much. The failed save will take all of it.
Got it.
But don't you push the one
I
closest
pushed
to you?
the one that failed
Just one next to Drazad.
10 feet
Gotcha.
away from me.
Okay.
So that's 22 total.
So half to 11 for the close one.
Hmm.
Got it. Drazad, you hear a clap of thunder from behind you that almost startles you, but then suddenly you can see again. You turn to see Flora, who's wiping her eyes away as the soot still continues to cling to them from this ash elemental in front of her, but the one nearest you has been driven back as it takes 22 points of thunder damage. The other takes 11. Did I do that backwards? I think I did.
Yeah, the one I hit with the most chromatic orb damage is the one that took 22.
Got it.
And then, do I have to be able to see to Misty?
Yeah.
Yes.
But don't you have one of your features that lets you do it without
I
seeing?
think I still have to see them. I'm checking. I have a lot of features, but I don't know if I can do it as a bonus action. I think it's only as an action.
Because I know there's something that you can use to teleport other people.
Yeah, I think it's the other
All of it.
additional effect.
All of it is I have to be able to see it. Okay, so then
You can technically back away from this creature and regain your sight,
I am not doing
but
that.
it'll get an opportunity attack. I'm just
Yeah,
letting
I'm
you
not
know.
doing that. So I really want to change into the Scald Runner, even though it's not going to do anything against Flame Skulls. But I think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to
Okay.
wild shape into the Scald Runner.
All
This
right.
is my bonus action.
It's a free action to drop that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, yeah, you can use it as
Yeah,
like
I mean,
a
I'll
D-
try.
You'll get
I
some
can
temp
use
HP.
some,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I will.
a bad
Flora, you don't see yourself transform, which is a bit an odd feeling. It forces you to focus on the feeling of transforming into this creature. You feel a tail sprout out from your back. You crawl onto all fours as two more arms sprout out from your abs. And your compatriots see a red lizard with a long frill across its back and the length of its tail begin to form where you once stood.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else? I think that's probably it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I take its AC or mine.
It would be its AC plus
the forge.
some of the extra stuff you have.
Yeah, you have some items. that
Okay.
you do
I
plus
yeah,
your
then I'm done.
Odd, it is now your
You
go.
figure out what its AC is.
AC. So
We're
here,
currently blinded,
Yeah.
but you've probably got a sense of some of the things
yeah,
that have
here-
happened.
Hearing Valor tell us that like you're only blinded when you're right next to it. And like I feel where the stuff is coming from, right?
Yes, definitely. You feel the smoke is thickest at your fore, and
Take it one step back.
Okay.
And then stepping out of the blind.
as you take that step back, the creature is going to take an opportunity attack on you.
Of course.
I don't believe you have shield at this point.
No. It drops as soon as my turn starts.
It's a 1 and a 2 on the die. That's definitely going to miss you.
Okay.
As it strikes out, not expecting you to stand back as you did, you are free and clear. You can see these creatures for what
Yeah.
they are.
As it swings, I see the claws kind of penetrate the misty stuff. I'm like, there you are. And swing at them.
There you are.
Oh, no.
You have your reaction.
I will take a dice roll.
Chat coming in clutch.
Thank you, chat. Hit up on a 16, right?
Oh, you hit the flame skull on a 16. I've rolled above 20 on both of my hits of them, and then Morgan made him save. So we don't know.
Yeah, but we hit on a 16.
Oh, you hit a flame skull on a 16,
Oh, it's a flame.
and I hit with above 20 on the two.
There
that I
is
did
also a flame skull within range if you want to attack that. It's up to you. They're both within your range.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll hit this flame skull.
Okay.
Tell me. It was 16.
16 definitely hits.
Okay. Just looking, just because I know what it is. I go to swing. I'm like,
This feels like a bad attack, but this guy's not ready for it.
You're still clearing your eyes out.
Yeah, that's 11 damage.
Okay, as you connect with this flame skull that just took a bit of damage from its own ally to be freed from the effect Drazad imposed, you see it crumble as you crack across its forehead.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn to the other flame skull and start attacking it.
Okay,
But not just at range.
got it.
Yeah, throwing some spectral
Ooh.
javelins at it.
Quick question. If I back out of the smoke, I still can't see the creature, right? It's like
You can.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. They're not obscured.
Oh.
You were just blinded when you're near them.
Putting stuff in your eyes.
Yeah, I just thought that it was like a smoke cloud
Okay.
that was covered.
First one misses. Second one is going to be a 21.
21 definitely hits the flame
Okay.
skull.
That one does 9 points of damage to it.
Okay.
Except for Drazad's.
As it deals 9 points of damage, you expect the flame skull to disapparate, but instead, its flames sputter for a moment before kicking back into form. It continues to cackle, now freed from the turn undead effect.
Oh, oops. And then the next one was a 21 as well. So I'm
Hits.
going to hit it with that, yeah. That one's 10 points of damage.
All right. It frees itself. Ah, I'm free! You blow it up.
And then bonus action, I will give Floor my last bardic.
The D10.
Winky wink.
Are you doing anything else?
That's it.
Okay. It would have been the Flame Skull's turns, but you have defeated all of them as it now goes to Drazad. You are no longer blinded, my friend. What would you like to do?
Drazad will kind of look around, grasping the situation now that he's not blinded. And, normally we could only attack one person at the time, but I think I could do two. And he'll, and I'll cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And they,
Wisdom
it's
saves.
just the two.
Yeah, the one
What a-
between me and you has taken the most damage so far.
I mean, you could take a step towards me and probably hit all three,
It's
right?
only 15
Yeah, but you
I
can-
don't think I could hit all.
No, but
Oh, yeah, you could. If
they
you
make the
use
save as
movement.
it pops up, and then you walk forward
You
to
walk
put that one
to
in
put
it.
that one in it.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't all have to be in at the same time.
Right.
So I'll roll first for the one in front of Flora. That is a 3 on the die. He's going to save.
What's your-
Fail. Sorry. 11 on the die. He's going to fail as well. And the one in front of Odd is a 9 on the die. Fail as well. All 3 fail.
What's your spirit guard?
First one takes a 12. The second one takes a 17.
Okay.
Third one takes a 9.
12, 17, 9.
Got it.
Already.
What's your spirit gardens look like?
Oh, it's a bunch of Drazads.
Oh, perfect.
As
not
radiant
you.
doubles of your smithy form peel off of your body and begin to run around the chamber, wielding smithing tools,
Yeah.
clanging hammers against the forms of these.
I want a
2 of
reaction.
them are Drazads. 2 of them are Gribsics now.
I want a reaction cast mirror image.
Me
So
too.
just a
me
bunch
too.
of you guys there.
Yeah. We just don't do anything. We just stand back.
That's where I got the idea from. Is you started casting mirror image, I think, like in the first couple
Yeah.
sessions, and I was like, yeah, that's
You hear in your head from Baloth, and you wonder why Paraxis doesn't want to talk to you. You're using his spells to glorify yourself.
We don't know.
I do not know what Pyrex
And
is.
Gripstick.
He is glorifying living.
I
I thought he was a dragon.
You keep
for a hot
dogging on him
minute.
for
Like,
being prone, so he's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Zod, as your doubles rush through the chamber, swirling in a cyclone, colliding with these creatures, you see them sputtering in and out of existence as they're sort of flickering. You see the dust that makes up their aura beginning to fall slowly to the ground and lift back up as they're just barely hanging on, all 3 of them.
I'm imagining
Valoth, it is now your go. What would you like to do?
Valoth laying on the ground like dogging on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drazad,
Yeah.
like laying on the ground.
You can't see me. I'm invisible.
That's why she said she's imagining
Yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah.
So from the ground, you see another orb launch up as he alley-oops it.
They're like basketball.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Oh.
At the one closest to him.
Closest to Odd?
No, to me. Sorry.
you.
To my-
Okay.
That's a 26 to hit that one.
26 hits.
Mm.
This is at the 3rd level. No, 2nd level. Yeah, second level, because he wouldn't. That's the only. That's the max amount of bounces.
Okay.
Cold damage again. It does bounce. Only 9 points of cold damage.
Okay. As you strike that creature, it sputters out of existence, and you feel like you've defeated it, and then it rises once again, just barely hanging aloft.
Okay. I'll bounce it on to the one in front of Flora.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That will hit.
And this will be 13 points of cold damage.
Hey, as the cold damage collides with this creature, you see some of its ash beginning to coalesce and cling to its own skin. Its aura failing, but it is still barely hovering above the ground.
Cast this at third level.
I mean, both of these are so close.
And then it'll bounce to the last one because I got 2 4s on that. Dang near nat 20 for a 29.
It was close enough.
29 does hit.
Close on the counts and horseshoes and hand grenades.
And then
my
12
God.
cold
You got
hand
damage on
grenades?
that one.
12.
And then
If you had done these in a different order, yeah, I think you'd be looking a lot better. But
yeah, I nearly killed all of them.
Good job.
As he crawls closer to the exit, 15 feet, however far he can get, like, just so they don't know where he is based on
I
his
get
last
to,
spell
like,
that he cast.
I get to be the one to finish him off now.
yeah.
Aha!
I see you laying down.
Valoth, as your cold, your frigid orb ripples through the chamber, I like to imagine that instead of it bouncing, it is literally just a gust that is flowing through the chamber. It strikes one, strikes two, strikes a third, and all three of them together, you actually see as you're crawling, they kind of like look at each other for a second as they're like, you good?
You're all okay. You're all okay. He's like, God damn, should have cast it a little bit stronger, as he's like muttering under his breath as he's crawling away.
And it is now their turns. This one in front of Flora is going to make 2 advantaged attacks, not having to move at all here.
Literally.
19 to hit
It hits.
You have your +2 from.
and a 24 to hit.
Doesn't.
No.
She does.
I do.
From Shield
Too
of
hot.
whatever.
Blessing of the Forge.
As the creature nearly sputters out of existence, you feel a sense of worry leave your heart, but it reconstitutes itself out of thin air and strikes twice against your lizard face, nearly scraping your tongue out of your mouth.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 in chat! Thank you, Daniel Strew!
Oh, it was
Good to see you,
XIVM.
man.
It was XIVM.
Oh,
I had to manually-
XIVM!
I had to
Good to see
manually
both
roll
of
that
you.
one.
But thank you for the Nat 20,
Yes, thank you.
XIVM.
Hell yeah.
You're going to take 26 points of slashing damage, Flora. This creature... Oh, actually, hang on.
You sure it wasn't like fire or poison damage?
Right. Definitely was.
Drazad,
Yeah.
you ended your turn within 15 feet of these two, right?
Oh, at the start of
Yeah.
their turn.
At
they
the
get-
end, it's at the end of their turns. We've been through this. Old was at the beginning. New
old-
was at the end.
Now it's at the
it's
end.
at the
I'm
end
still
or when
taking
they-
26.
Got it.
I'm
Or
still
when-
taking 26.
You are.
Man.
This one's going to close on you, Drazad.
Gonna kill them all
Yeah.
when they end their turns.
So did that one just get blipped?
It was still in. He ended his turn with these two in.
Oh, gotcha.
This
gotcha.
one was not.
Okay,
That's what I was confirming.
After all this whole campaign is said and done, Drazad's future career is going into caves to fight undead. As he excels at it.
You feel that same sense of blindness beginning to well up over your eyes. The vignette is beginning to close in as this creature attempts to slash at you. You get one last glimpse. It rolled a 15 with advantage.
That does not hit.
So you're able to raise some of your armored plate to block it. It now swings again in earnest, seeing you fully blinded. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
It just hits, yeah.
You're going to take 13 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and make your con save.
Last
one
ditch.
hit.
Yeah.
What is one hit?
One hit wonder, baby.
Down to, I guess, 9 for you. Yeah.
I got it.
10 or
20.
higher. Yeah.
Okay, so your Spirit Guardians stay up. This one is now going to close in on Odd. Actually, you know what? It's going to close in on you.
Its movement speed is halved. I don't know if that matters.
It's got
It's probably got
30 feet.
Okay.
So
But yeah.
that's within 15.
Yeah.
Well,
We've already established
roll-
it had to be
roll-
within 15.
Roll you spirit guardians.
Well,
did.
happens at the end of their turns. They're all going,
Each of their turns respectively, right?
you know what?
And they,
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna be like,
He can roll it for that one after, but we can see how many of them.
Well,
have to save.
I'll save you the trouble.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
It's 3d8, right?
yeah.
It had 2, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't survive.
I think I left them all in.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That one had 1. This
Yeah.
one that's
Ooh.
attacking you now has 2.
Maybe I'll roll a 0. We never know.
Does a 22 hit,
Yes.
and a much, much lower than that, 11.
Oh, no.
Okay, so the 22 is going to hit as it strikes you for another 9 points of piercing damage total. Slashing
already
damage.
reduced.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
No,
That's what I'm saying total.
My bad. I just didn't want you to have to bear the burden of remembering the 4 because I
Did we
can
say that's
Right.
15 feet?
I think that was.
We established that he was just outside because Drazad had to move earlier.
Oh,
Yep.
I know.
And this one makes its wisdom save. Roll your
Half
your
damage.
dice.
Oh, I did make my con save 2.
Yeah. Roll your spirit guardian's dice.
you get all
You
ones.
get
it
all
lives.
ones. It'll
Oh.
live.
11, so 5 radiant.
Okay. Yeah. You actually see this ash creature in its last flash of existence. It knows that there's a chance it'll live, and it doesn't have knees, but it gets lower and raises it's praying to whatever god exists.
Great
and it is,
fire axes.
they don't hear
No
it
mercy.
as it is disintegrated in a radiant display. Flora, it is now your go. You
Yeah.
are still blinded.
yeah.
This
That's
will be
okay.
almost
Creature
dead.
But that's
is
okay.
right in front of you.
I am gonna just hiss at it, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh,
Nice.
Oh.
that is a 14.
He passes, but he takes half damage.
Okay.
Get
Is it poison breath? Corrosive breath?
Corrosive breath.
I thought you were trying to like frighten it to get it to back up into Drazad's spirit
too.
guardian.
4, 5, 6. What? What are you looking at?
Nothing.
What? No. What's the face?
It's immune, probably.
It's immune to poison.
Mm-hmm.
Is corrosive poison?
It
Acid.
it bypasses immunity on constructs. Is the corrosive poison breath? That's the special thing. Also part of our homebrew pamphlets. If you guys want to try
Definitely
this.
look constructed from ash.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that's just your bonus action, though, right?
It doesn't say. Oh no, it's an action.
Is it really?
Oh, one with its bite, one with its corrosive breath. So I
That's
can
what it
still
was.
bite
They're
it.
not
Yeah.
bite his ass.
Bite it.
Oh, I
Bite it.
didn't know that they were also immune to poison.
They are resistant to fire, immune to poison.
Okay. Do I have to roll with disadvantage because I'm blinded? it?
Yes, with a physical attack, you would. What'd you roll, Flora?
Brett's theory is that it's a 16.
Based on nothing.
I got a 16.
Pure
Oh,
vibes.
I rolled a 12 and took a 4. So.
Flora, you well up the corrosive poison that makes the Scald Runner so infamous in the halls of Gonladir. You spray it out, expecting this creature to dissolve before you, but instead the poison clings to it and mixes with the acrid scent that is making it hard for you to see. In a last-ditch effort, you lash out with your jaw, now being able to see the creature a little bit more clearly because of the poison spray that clings to it, and you connect. How much damage are you dealing?
What's 16?
7 piercing.
Or lower.
How does Flora defeat this smoke elemental?
Don't give it to me just because you feel
It
bad.
had 5 points.
All right.
I left them all on single digits.
All right.
We're all very... That's why I was like, if you arrange
know.
these in different orders...
She's just gonna go straight for the jugular, even though she can't see it.
Okay.
That's where she's aiming.
Or his instincts override the sight.
Yeah.
Following the trajectory of your poison breath, bursting through some of the cloudy apparition of it, you connect with the ash elemental, swallowing some of its own corrosive nature as it is dispersed, and you land 6-point landing with your 6 legs.
Very OSHA
Your
safe.
tail swishes behind you as you swallow what ash remains of it, and you are all out of initiative.
Alf stands up as he becomes visible again, dusting dirt off of himself.
Drazad looks over at you. I'm going to assume you don't need any healing then. Well,
Actually, I was hit by a fireball.
I'm fine. Yeah,
That
I'm
sucks.
fine. That's cool.
no, Drazad is going to heal you.
No, I didn't get hurt.
He actually
I
did
didn't-
not get hit.
I
I
didn't
got
get
hit by a
touched.
fireball.
I'll heal you anyway.
No,
I got hit by a fireball because you two were standing next to me.
Hey, that is not. Drazad did not put himself right there.
Don't be mad at me because Praxis won't talk to you.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. It's called projection.
How bad is everybody hurt?
I'm like less than half.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I
I
can
got
heal
banged
myself.
up a little.
Yeah, I
Just
can
got
heal myself.
14 damage from the half of the fireball.
Because I'm pretty banged up too. I'll cast. Sorry.
God wasn't touched.
You can do this off.
You do healing spirit.
No, I'm gonna do mass cure wounds.
Okay.
So what is everyone doing?
I'm gonna ritual cast Jeff again.
Jeff makes his triumphant return. You see the creature spawn back in as it realizes it's not on fire anymore.
You did a very good job. See, everything's dead now. I brought you back when it was safe.
I imagine it sounds like a Animal Crossing animal.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm gonna send him off to scout a little ways ahead. I think it's 100 feet that they can get away without it.
Mhm.
Doing
I think it might even be 120, but I could.
I think it is 100 feet that I can still communicate. They can go like as far as it wants, but once it's past 100, I can't
see
Oh,
through
yeah,
it.
communicate with it anymore.
Make a perception check for me as it scouts ahead.
I don't know why I picked up 2 dice. I use my eyeballs because it's a mental stat. Okay. 11. No, that was a poopy
Hello?
roll.
As Jeff scurries down the steps and begins to look for any indication as to where this corridor leads, much like the corridor that brought you here, it just continues to go deeper. There are twists and turns ahead. Near the edge of the 100 feet, even, you do see it open up to another corridor on the left. But as Jeff peers in with an 11, it looks to be like an abandoned or a, what would you call it? Like it's been mined fully, but this is
A tapped out cave.
a tapped out vein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While Jeff is running down his ways and all that stuff, with my knowledge of flame skulls, because I realized what they were right before they came,
Mm-hmm.
do I know that I need to do anything with these with
your
these heads?
previous Arcana check, you know that flame skulls do typically reconstitute after 24 hours unless they are exposed to holy water or otherwise blessed.
So I know we're having issues, but do you have any holy water? Otherwise, these things could be a problem later.
I could pee on it.
I don't know. I remember. I don't think Pyraxis is talking to me. How am I going to have holy water? Drazad is not
I
holy
think the thing in
anymore.
the cave, for what it's worth, is blocking your communication to Pyraxis.
That is not what you said earlier.
Oh no.
I'm not the one who started this, Drazad.
Drazad reaches into his little satchel on his back and, of course, I have holy water.
The
Kind of holy
skulls.
person.
I'm
do you
not
think
sure
I
if
am?
do actually
Pyraxis
have
had
holy
holy water or holy soot. I don't know.
The skulls are mostly shattered and fractured in different pieces, and they sit upon the ground as any shattered remains would. They don't appear to be smoking or smoldering, but as your holy water touches them, hisses of smoke wisp off into the air, along with a quiet, whispered laugh.
It's creepy at
That
all.
was weird as hell. Are these? Do they look like dwarves?
Make a medicine check.
Wide, short head.
Beard.
You pick
bone beard.
Yeah, you pick up one of the heads and you hold it low and you're like, and you pick it up high and you're like, is it?
I grab a femur and I'm like, 16.
They are not all dwarves. One of them appears to have been human, but two of them certainly were dwarves.
Okay, so these are probably some people that came into the mine.
I want to do two things. I want to ask Eularos to come out real quick and then talk to him about something we talked about earlier. And you see Odd and Eularos kind of like start doing this dance where they're like mirroring each other and going back and forth. And then at the end of it, they kind of finish in a pose and they're touching hands. And then I'm gonna get a spell slot back from Magical Cunning.
Fusion ho!
I looked at
Exactly.
Drazad and I'm like, I know we're kind of at odds right now, but I mean, Eularis was here the entire time and didn't help.
He can't be here all the time.
He did say he needed to like recharge his power in his dimension.
But he could do a whole little dance number.
Look, I don't know. Paraxis is upset with me right now, so I don't know whatever the Celestials having.
You've been awake for 40 years, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I know.
Let the man rest.
He's got 40 points.
Then
of
I'm also
exhaustion.
gonna ritual cast. I guess ritual casting is just singing a song for me. Or
Yeah.
like playing a specific song to do comprehend language.
Okay.
So I got that going.
Got it.
Get that fool.
What are the rest of you doing? Anyone?
Bueller.
Bueller?
Drazad, I don't know where we need to go from here. I'm assuming the only path forward, but I don't know if there's like a secret.
Well, just in case there's anything else waiting for us, there is obviously, but I'll begin ritual casting detect magic as well.
Okay.
And then I'll begin leading us down.
Jeff says 100 feet is clear, and I'll have him kind of keep on ahead of us.
Okay. Using your time to cast detect magic, you do see sort of that same cloud of enchantment energy pervading through the atmosphere. And you see it is growing stronger the deeper you go. And again, it does appear to be clinging to some of the obsidian deposits. Occasionally you'll see the remains of a vein in the wall. Occasionally you'll even see a shard sticking up, much like you did in the city. But you all continue down this narrow stone stairway in tight, uneven steps. And the path seems to have no end as you venture on for hours. Occasionally you observe another abandoned mining chamber similar to the one you saw before, seemingly stripped of any remaining rocky treasure. But finally, the path splits. Valoth, you're the first to see this through the eyes of Jeff. To the right yawns a wide, dark chamber, its threshold heavy with eerie stillness. To the left, a narrower corridor coils around a jagged cleft in the stone, bathed in the faint glow of amber light. What do you all do?
I communicate this to Drazad, and I defer to him because I know he knows these mines better. But I'd be like, we're coming up to a split. One is dark and creepy, the other one is light and creepy.
Did you?
Apt.
That is how the mines work usually.
Yeah. It is quite creepy down here.
Is Jeff able to hear as well?
I don't think I can hear through him, but he can communicate with me. And
I think you see through his senses.
oh, yeah, then I guess I can hear.
Did he hear any like, you know, like in the weird like cult chanting?
Let me
We
double-check.
heard that when we came in here.
That is echoing through the halls. You catch it every once in a while. And you would think after traveling for so long, you'd be getting close enough to hear it more clearly, but it's still just sort of loose echoes.
Yeah.
You do hear it.
And I would hear it from him, so I don't know if he hears it down any one hall or if I have him like travel a couple feet down each one if he hears it.
Make a perception check.
Yay! 21.
Okay. With your 21, you're able to determine that it does appear to be a bit louder in the pathway to the left, where the narrower pathway with the amber light.
Oh, it's definitely louder on the left side, which tells me we should probably go right.
Well,
I
Yeah,
think
because
he's
it's a-
gonna disagree with that.
Well, it's a narrow path. I know we want to get to your people, but I don't know if they reconnect, but I would think we don't want to be bottlenecked into a trap.
Are you all standing near the fork in the road at this point, or are you still further back and just basing things off of what Jeff sees?
I don't know. Are we?
No, I would probably go
Closer.
and try to like look down the darker path.
Okay.
But I.
Drazad, as you near this fork in the road, and you indeed confirm what Valeth has told you, it does appear that the voices are a bit louder on the path on the left. Your Dispel magic shows you that the enchantment is thicker on the right.
See, this was the trap. We should go the way we don't think we should go. We should go down the darker path. Well, that was the way you said that we should go, but Drazad was initially thinking, obviously, we should go the narrow path. Not because the narrowness has anything to do with it, because there is light down there.
Because the magic is there.
We should probably go
The thing that's making the problem, presumably there.
Which I guess if the thing that is making the problem is down the path that you initially thought was correct, you may now change your mind to go to the other way because you don't want to deal with that.
Still think this is the way.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Which way is that?
The dark path.
The right way.
So
Right.
the right path. Drazad, once again leading the pack, you duck beneath a jagged arch of dark stone and step into a small chamber. In the far corner, you can see quite clearly are several bedrolls that lie abandoned. To your left, a set of steep stone steps wind into an even darker corridor beyond which you can't see. What would you like to do?
Jeff! What's down those stairs?
Jeff begins to crawl down the stairs, and as you break the threshold of what is another opening into a larger chamber, it's hard to see. We'll use that same 21 that you got earlier on perception.
Okay.
But after Jeff's eyes sort of adjust, and
He's got tremor
he
sense.
begins to rely on his tremor sense and blind sight, you can see their crystalline structures forming on the walls that are much more plentiful than they were on your way in. There's a lot of obsidian in this room. As the blind sight begins to come into play, you can see the slight glint of obsidian crystal.
Do I recognize this room as like a...
I don't think, as a albeit experienced apprentice, but an apprentice nonetheless, I don't think Drazad would have been down this far. You probably would have been down to some of the now tapped veins closer to the surface, but you probably would never have ventured this deep.
That's what she said.
Jeez.
Well, look,
Hang on, Saft. Thank you for the $5, man. Good to see you, friend. He said, dropped by to hang for a bit. Well, will you guys?
We'll have you guys
We'll
on.
have you guys on in the background while I do other things. Thank you. Hopefully you're hearing this in the background, and I hope your other things go well.
Wish you luck in your other things.
I've been playing Oblivion while I've been watching, so...
Yeah.
The
The remaster is so good.
really good.
Hashtag not sponsored.
I think...
Hashtag Alex bought an Xbox just to play it.
There's definitely more obsidian down that way. So it could be that the magic is just drawn there because of the obsidian, or the thing is also down there and it's kind of a coincidence.
Well, I mean, we're already here. We might as well continue down that path, I guess, and if we come to a dead end, then we can always turn around and go down the not right path.
The left?
path.
Well, no,
At this point, it would be the right path.
path.
Actually,
It was
yes.
going back that way, right?
Oh my gosh, my brain.
Who's on first?
Yeah, what's
What's
on
on
second? Yeah.
And you said it's taken several hours. Are we nearing like need to rest time, or still not yet?
No, definitely not. It would have been probably 4 or 5 hours since you left the ship.
Okay.
And the bedrolls haven't been touched in
Say 5.
like a hot minute.
Make an investigation check.
They're not disheveled or.
Uh-oh.
I think it didn't roll. It just fell.
It's gonna be a 15.
Okay. You notice that each one of the bedrolls is dusted in a fine black powder, not dissimilar to what the flame skulls had on them.
Is it like obsidian dust?
It appears to be like a very thin layer of ash. The tools, there are tools scattered around. You see there are half-eaten rations that aren't quite spoiled. And there are folded cloaks resting right near the bedrolls, undisturbed. It feels somewhat recent, though not like within the past day.
Dig through the pockets.
Cloaks and Sam went.
You said things people left before they were ready to leave.
Find nothing.
Okay. Hey, worth a
We still
try.
tried.
Those have ashes on them too.
Yes, everything is sort of covered in that fine layer of dust, but you imagine this is from just the atmosphere of the cave. It's not necessarily because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Been a while.
And I don't mean to ask this like on his behalf, but Valith would ask Drazad if this is common. Like you said, it's because of the atmosphere of the cave. Like, would you often come back to things with soot on them?
Well, Drazad has never been this deep into the caves before. Typically, it's reserved for the more adept smiths. Drazad has learned a lot over the past couple
So
months.
you made a hole in a mountain and then the hole disappeared. I would call you
Right,
that
that is.
I think he's adept.
He wasn't adept when he was
happened
here.
Right.
That's fair.
Drazad has learned a lot traveling with you all.
Mm.
Like that, there is an undead.
See the weapon breathing undead multiversal dragon.
Right, that one. That one.
Yep.
That one.
I say that just for fun when I'm
That
not
was
here
my
sometimes. I hope you guys know that. It's really like a satisfying.
I have never
Valid
said
feel.
it successfully once. So I don't say it outside of this.
Yeah, no, I can't. But the mine, the more adept, the forge master and the more adept smiths that do come out of the mine, they do have like a layer of ash upon them.
So maybe not a dragon.
Possibly. Drazad is still convinced it's something.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything we want to do before we go down the stairs? Because there is either going to be chaos waiting for us down there or a dead end.
I mean, do we want a short rest? Is everyone feeling good? Does anyone need anything that they get back on short rests?
No, Drazad is not a Drazad is not a warlock.
Hey. Lars's hand comes out of the drum and high fives me.
All right. Well then, you all press on, led by Drazad. As you step into the chamber, the light behind you begins to fade.
Creepy.
Darkness wraps around your senses, but scattered glints shimmer faintly, reflections shifting across jagged obsidian surfaces like stars in a dead sky. As your eyes adjust, the room begins to echo with possibility. The countless black stone mirrors, you see yourselves, but not as you are. These reflections stand taller, adorned in crowns or shining armors, wielding power or basking in admiration. They move as you do, silent specters of what could be, should you allow your ambitions to take hold. Yet, all of you have seen these ghosts before, and know better than to be swayed by their allure.
We inoculated ourselves.
Oh, did we?
Drazad, even still, you stare into that reflection of yourself in shining armor. The Forge Master standing beside you. looking down upon you, though they are such short in stature. First with pride, then with suspicion. So, you've returned to us. It is as he predicted. Pyraxis be praised.
What did he predict? He's weirdly ignoring me right now, to be honest with you.
You were called here.
Right.
A greater power.
Right.
An extension of Pyraxis.
Okay,
Pyraxis is a dragon.
not necessarily great, but okay, continue.
In Vrymark, though.
Their power is great. Their power wishes to test yours. The
Okay.
chamber shudders with a low groan as the obsidian walls ripple with unnatural motion. From the darkness, tall, spindly figures peel away from the stone itself, constructs of gleaming black metal. Amir then drops to a knee as he mutters under his breath. Suddenly, that breath catches fire. The flames coalesce into a creature, and Amir retakes his footing. Let us see what shape you take when put to heat. Roll for initiative.
What?
While you do that,
What?
we're going to go on a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to see what all this exactly means for our adventurers. So don't go nowhere. We'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Do we get advantage on this? Because I don't know if the staff of warning would have told us.
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Brett Venable, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, XIVM, Corey of Darkport, Angel of Darkport, Drazadi, Ira Wing, Memebot 69,000, Dutin 103, Devin Beard, Zevak Longfang, Lil Tired, Jason Miller, Defiant Chaos, Wilfredo Figueroa, Ruby Ron, Sam Huffpower, Daniel Struve, Agile Monk, Moon Goose McQueen, Jude Eshett, Ragnarok CZD, Nicole F, Old Grey Man, David Shaw, Butterknife, Almighty Zeus, Cynthia Rosa, Godwin, Grape Steep, James DeBoard, Blaine Dexter, HGJ Hahn, Michael Barlett, Justin Shaw, Charlie Gardner, Brendan Sparrow, Airless Quill, Wesley Gouge, Richter Belmont, Greg O'Leary, Hiroshi T, Eloculot, Claudio Mendez, Gordon Roddy, Debonair Gaming, Magpie from Mars, William Mihalkic, A Series of Curious Runes, Justice Keats Fitzgerald, Tyler Dan, Tracy Pujol, Anubis Magic, Seedsay Haldig, Everett McMahon, Rafal Sechowski, Tanzam Tonda, Darking J.N., Kendrick Valentine, Evan Atkins, Mr. Nobu, Harrison Nutt, El Cementerio de Adam, Bardic Aggravation, Kevin Wetherall, One-Eyed Goat 90, T.I. Block, Daddy Dur Frosty, Alphabet Apostate, Greg Argyle Audio, Silver Scarab, Josh Gonzalez, Jen Jam, Seth Neely, Stephen Hansen, B.E.D., Patrick Irvine, Dale Smith, Grumbly, Koro Han, Dalton Hunter, Tyler Morris, Manny S., Doc Sunshine, Someone Else, Benjamin Crowley, Joe Machine, Chris Perkins, Chaos Hole, Werther, Raft Nazir, Alexandre Henriquez, Atlas, Nick Dyson, Vic, Geeks with Scarves, J.O. Hurd, Blade Roller, Mr. Geoton, Grow, Liminal Entity, Scarlet, Quieton, Omtus, Big Bad RPG, Lost Kutku, H.D. Siles, Frank Flood, Jason 96, Nicholas G, JJ Sasquatch, Daniel J. Colby, Sukin, Fables D20, David I. Smalley, Julian Grunwald Innocent, Casey, Kaiser That's Me, Tom Lapierre, Roe Medina, Mecha King Leo, Fajar M, Padfoot, Piconjo, J Wicked, Matthew Baker, Rusty Path, CSM Second, Mike G, Chris Jones, Bard Hero, Chaotic Neutral, Rayan Harif, Bakil Askamrim, Bartholomew, 66, Kyle Hamilton, Vex YYC, Aldo Graciano, and Will. Tiago Silva, Amadeus, Asmodeus, Matt Lee, Cortius, Cocodemons, Sam H, Dirtinus, Dradaman, Soultron 42, Shapeshifter Bot, Jerry Williamson, Squiddy, Brother Oblivion, Ruwan Portal, Call Me Bob, Centrotech PC, Chris James, Noilus, Princess Zemoy, Guy B, Conseil, Warren Lunny, Boomstick, The Hylian Prophet, Max T, Misfit, Monster's Mother, Malice, Christopher Denault, Kathy Evans, Lil Cute Maple, Middle-Aged Malcontent, Buzz STA, Rice and Soup, Michi Kapua, Joseph Pratt, Adam Otterlife, Havoc, Harry Dong, Curtis Ellis, Majority of One, ML, Andres de Barbara, Jason Rapper, Cool Things, Aaron Barogan, Nick, The Azure Sky, Bacon and Vodka, DM Greg, Crusher 99, Big Head Bro, O4C, and Luke Anzelotti.
You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it.
Greetings, viewers. Bramble Backfoot hopping by to let you know about our monthly homebrew packets issued to all those brave enough to join the ranks of our prestigious order. With a plethora of items, monsters, mechanics, and more, it's easier than ever to bring chaos home to your table. So become a member and let's fight the forces of evil together.
Thank you, you're all too kind, and the drinks are on me tonight! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you must not have enabled gifted memberships! Let me show you how. Ha 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 ha! What you'll want to do is make your way over to our channel page and then add /allow_gifts. From there, you can turn on the toggle for free stuff and join in the chaos. Ha 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 ha! Now for my next tune, a little ditty about a dead necromancer named Pinky.
Hello, Drazad here. Oh my god, you have got to come check out all of our wares. We have so many different things. Help support the stream and get yourself some new magic items as well over at the Constructed Chaos store.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high-quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session zero and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that?
Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
In a world of darkness exists Geramentum, a beacon of hope in the realm of Terra. Our heroes, all with unique pasts, live here and are connected by a common destiny to protect the dream. Welcome to Darkeport, an actual play production company. Our inaugural dark fantasy D&D campaign, Gold, Green, and Red, is inspired by the lived experience of War Medic and GM Angel Gamble. Subscribe to us now on YouTube. Live episodes stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. By chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, friends in chat.
all died.
We all died, but I did remember that this is a new month, so I was able to gift 5 gifted memberships to you guys. Thank you all so much for the amazing start to this campaign. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. There are more memberships where that came from, and yeah, enjoy.
Oh, look at Josh.
There you go, John.
Washburn.
Yeah. John Washburn.
John Washburn. I want to say Josh.
Yeah.
Josh Wanburn.
Josh Wanburn. That's your new name. You have to change it. Second DM says.
So, let's go around the table. Valeth, what'd you get on initiative?
15.
15. Odd?
14.
14.
Or wait,
It was 13.
Is it 13?
13. Yeah.
Drazad?
17.
All right. Ooh. Lower rolls. Flora?
30 twine.
30. Twans. There's the big roll.
I think we're
Or
flipped
switched
from
it up.
last.
Yeah. We're backwards.
Flora said, fuck you guys. I'm going first this time.
Wait, what'd you get?
On my way.
Okay, then we're not flipped.
She's still scald running, too.
Yeah.
But it ain't going to do shit, probably.
That's why you're fast.
So,
He's
as,
immune to fire, and there's a giant fire thing on the table.
The construct.
as these creatures break off from the wall and begin lumbering forward, this fire elemental sprays up from the ground where your Forge Master once stood, Drazad.
I'm like, Drazad, what the hell, man?
Hey, look, I did not know he could do that.
Flora, it is your go.
Mm.
What would you like to do? This is the Forge Master.
Do
He's
I
back here.
see all of
Oh.
this right now?
You
guy's
do.
actually
You see
there.
everything.
Okay. Well.
Did the Forge Master walk out of the obsidian too? Or am I misunderstanding that wrong too?
So the room is very, very dark, and you're seeing reflections of possibilities
Oh, you
everywhere.
thought it might be reflection, but
So it looked like a reflection, but then he sort of stepped out from it.
Gotcha. I thought he
Very
was like,
mind bendy.
I kind of got the imagery, but I was like, did he fake step out or did he actually step out?
And Valeth would probably be confused about that too,
Yeah,
to some extent.
That's out of what?
the obsidian.
The obsidian glass.
Did not.
As we were talking.
Flora, it is your go.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard me, but
You said the room's dark, but this wonderful item that Chad gave us does 60 foot of light, 30 foot of light, and then 30 more foot of.
well, the fire elemental is doing that too.
Okay,
now that
gotcha.
he's- Fire elemental exudes bright light in 30 feet, and then
it was
30
dark
feet
up until the point that the fire elemental
spawned in.
up. Yeah,
Exactly.
Wait, what? What item does that?
The sword that he got
This-
last
the
session.
Sunblade.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, thanks to Daniel Struve
Yeah.
for that sunblade. We have been putting it to
Whoa.
use.
Yeah. It's cool.
What you got,
that was a
slithery
really big yawn.
Flora, in your
Yeah, so
lizard
my
form?
corrosive breath did not recharge.
Well,
So-
it's been a while since then. It's been
Roll
hours.
like 50
Oh,
d6s.
okay.
It's recharged.
Okay. Then I'm gonna.
Unless you're very, very unlucky.
Well, seeing that there's like a thing behind it, I want to try to corrosive breath both of those.
Okay.
So like,
It's a 15-foot cone, correct?
yeah.
From where you are, you would be able to get
Oh.
both of them just barely. The fire elemental and this obsidian golem.
Ooh, I don't know.
So
You
it's
might be unlucky.
from where I'm at. 15-foot cone from me.
Yeah, you
Yes.
spit it out and he goes,
I see. Okay, then yeah, I'll go for those two. So they each have to make a con save.
Okay?
I love how actual floor is just like dead over there against the wall.
Girl, take a break.
The fire elemental fails.
Okay.
She swaps places with whatever she.
The obsidian golem succeeds with an 18.
Okay, well, they'll take
Actually dominates
half.
the dimension. I love it.
Okay?
She's lying prone in the corner.
Goes into the pocket dimension. Yeah, she's. Or are you laying down?
23 total.
Okay, so as your corrosive breath spews out towards both the elemental and one of the obsidian golems, you can see that the elemental is
Which one
sprayed
saved
with this.
again?
The elemental failed. The golem
Okay.
saved.
Mhm. Yes.
The fire elemental absorbs this poison as it is incinerated almost instantly. They are immune to poison. However, the construct walks forwards through the poison seemingly unaffected until that corrosive nature sets in because of your ability as a Scald Runner that bypasses immunity or constructs. You see this creature begin to diminish. You said 23 before the save, right?
Yes.
So half to 11. But he does take it.
He does take it. And then
Right.
seeing that the poison damage does something on the constructs, I'm going to go to the construct over there that just took some damage. And
Okay.
I'm going to try to bite it.
You rush in, ready to pounce upon weakened prey.
14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Ooh.
As you bite into it with your teeth, you feel the solid structure of obsidian metal beneath your gums. You cannot break through.
Okay. Then that's my turn.
Okay.
Now I have to roll. Do I roll to recharge now or on my next turn?
At the beginning of your next turn. It is now the golem's turns. This one in front of you, Flora, sees you and is just going to lumber forward. It raises an arm that is pointed like a blade, almost like a mantis's pincers, and it's going to try and strike down with 2 attacks. One is a nat 20, the other is a 15.
Silvery barbs on the nat 20.
Okay.
15 hits.
15 does hit. The other is 2 higher than that, so 17.
No nat 20. You get the advantage.
No nat 20. Both attacks do hit, and as one stabs into you, piercing you in place, the other slashes across your gut, trying to make short work of this Scald Runner. It's run across. You're going to take a total of 30 points of slashing damage from those 2 attacks.
And I am going to use a spell slot for the silver barbs that I used.
Okay.
Not my free use.
Understood. Thank you for clarifying. This one, I think they, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Literally.
5.
Attack of opportunity?
6.
Or is it not getting that close to Flora?
It's not getting that close to Flora. That golem can't quite reach any of you. Actually, it can reach Flora.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was all the way back there, and it made it up here.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Flora. It's attacking you.
Okay.
You said lumbering. That's pretty far for a lumbering creature
Right.
to move. No, I'm just
Lumbering, exactly.
They have 30 feet. Hey, they have the same amount of movement as a halfling does now.
They have 30 feet of lumbering.
One is they're both high. They're both higher than what it was before.
Is my AC. So
Okay. One's a 17 and the other is a 27.
if I got to use Flora's AC, half of those wouldn't
Dang
hit
it,
me.
Wild Shape. You're going to take another 30 points of slashing damage as this creature now closes on you, assessing a threat that's able to deal corrosive damage to them and trying to make short work of it. This last construct is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close on you, Drazad.
Can I use the
Actually
dice
is going to
roll for
come
my
right here.
Recharge?
This is a D6. I don't
Like
know.
a chat roll?
I'm going to say no. You can re-roll with heroic inspiration.
Okay.
Because that works. This creature rushes in on you, Drazad. You understand the nature of obsidian, but you have never seen it come to life like this as it attempts to slash you as well. The higher roll is a 21. The other is a it's lower, 14.
Does not hit.
Okay, so one attack is going to land as it digs into the rock under toe, causing you to shift off balance, and it catches you with its other pincer, jabbing you just under the rib. You take 15 points of slashing damage.
Just to make sure you're not doing my -4, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing the -4. I'm going to let you handle that. I learned my lesson. Drazad, it is now your go, and Valoth, you're on deck.
Drazad, seeing all of heathens bouncing around, and especially this one in front of me, he'll go, "There's a mistake to approach Drazad with such confidence like that." And 2 more Drazads and 2 little Gribziks pop out, and I'll cast Spirit Guardians at the 4th level.
Okay.
I need wisdom
Move around.
saves from everybody, and a 15.
I mean, you can move around to the backside of that guy and catch everybody.
Well, I don't want to take an attack of opportunity necessarily if I don't
Wouldn't.
have to. Why?
Because you're
Okay,
staying
so we'll-
within a threatened range. Just be between the obsidian.
You mean just like rotate around him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I can't get that
It's
one.
the
then
donut of invincibility.
Yes. Dance.
We'll
Donut
start with
dance.
the construct in front of you, Drazad.
Okay.
As it's
You
going to
cast
attempt to
Spirit
save.
Guardians
Yeah.
It rolled a natural 1 on the die.
That's 20 radiant.
It is going to take all 20 of that radiant damage.
You can just use that for
Double
all
because
of
it was
them.
in that one.
Use that
No.
damage for like the whole round.
Do you want to do that, or do you want me to just roll?
Keep rolling it.
Okay, that's how we did it last.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless if you want to figure out what the average is, you can take that.
What is the dice roll?
I personally like to roll.
Yeah, then roll it. So now we'll check the fire elemental.
Okay.
I think that's within 15 feet.
If it makes it any easier for you, it's a 17.
Okay.
DCs.
Fail.
Period.
Fire elemental takes 20 radiant.
Bring it on, Forge Master. 22 radiant damage.
22 this time.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot where
Like,
we just talked about that.
No, that's
And you're rotating around?
Yes.
Okay.
I will
so
try to maximize the effect of it.
Is the guy, the Forge Master,
Yeah, he's back here.
like, yeah, is he
He's
bad guy?
Drazad,
Not bad guy?
Drazad picks.
Like,
Hard to tell.
Drazad picks who doesn't get affected by it.
Okay.
So,
Not necessarily if they're an enemy or not.
Drazad, something peculiar happens in this moment. As you rotate around this obsidian creature and one of your radiant forms leaps through the fire elemental, you see the light bursting from it actually begin to swirl out of it and into this obsidian creature, who is going to take the attack instead and become resistant to radiant damage until the start of its next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a weird thing.
It is a weird thing. You can only do that within a certain distance. That's why it didn't do it earlier. So it takes 11 points instead of the 22 because it is resistant. And you see the dark crystals that make up its body begin to glow with that same radiant energy as it is storing power. It is now going to make the save. A 2 on the die, so it's going to take half of whatever
Get wrecked.
because it is resistant.
It's going to take 8 then.
8 points. As it goes to take that 8, you see the one next to it instead begin to suck that energy in. It is going to take 8 instead, and it begins to glow. So these two are now resistant to radiant damage
Till the start of their next turn.
until the start of their next turn. Let me double check that. End of their next turn.
Okay.
That made more. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Are you doing
Which
anything
happens
else,
first?
Drazad?
Right.
Can I hit the last one?
On this side, you would have to leave the range of this creature to reach it.
Oh, okay. That was the whole point of me doing the
Yeah, you-
rotation.
Donut
I mean,
spin.
you can if you
he's
want.
not within 15 feet
I thought the
of us.
donut spin was going to get him within 15.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's why I was doing it, but I'm not
This
worried
is-
about.
this is
that's
30.
like 20, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just outside of 15.
So would you not have donut spun?
Or you're currently 10 away from
I don't
Drazad.
really care about the donut spin thing. You can attack through your ally's range anyway. Like if I was on the other side of him, that's not going to stop the elemental from coming for me.
Are you doing anything else?
No, I believe that is everything.
Okay.
Yes.
And Valoth, it is now your go. What would you like to do?
Valor says, well, it's quite a good idea when everybody's bunched up like this. As he begins to trace some arcane symbols into the air. And a bunch of like these, whereas when Valor summons his Ultra Selves, it's like this dark black devoid of all color. These like astral sea looking versions of Valoth appear all around him in a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
As he steps up, and I need wisdom saves from everyone within 10 foot of me.
Show me your path here.
He's gonna walk here. I guess from here he's gonna try to get all of the obsidian people at least,
All the golems, yeah.
and then
You can definitely hit all the golems.
Starlight stuff.
and then I'm gonna probably starlight step back here to hit him, and then use the rest of my movement to move that way.
So you moved here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd have 2 more movement off of whatever you. So you have to be within 10 feet of the fire.
so I'd starlight
elemental.
step to be within exactly 10 to
Yeah.
then you. So that'd be 20 feet away from him after that.
Yeah,
Right, total.
that's about right there.
Nice.
Okay. So all of them need to make wisdom saves then.
Yes.
We'll start
Saves too?
in order, left to or right to left. That is a 14 on the first golem.
That's a fail.
That is a 15 on the second golem.
That's a fail.
That is an 8 on the third golem.
Fail.
That's cocked. and a nat 1 on the fire elemental. They all fail.
They all fail, so they're all going to take... Okay, so they all take 46 psychic damage. They all fall prone, and then I'm going to push them all 10 feet away from me, from where I was when they took the damage.
What did you just cast?
That's
I'm also concentrating on
Okay,
that.
so as you rush across the first golem,
Yeah.
because it is a construct, you realize that it is unaffected by the psychic damage.
But it is going to fall prone and get pushed, right?
I believe so.
'Cause it doesn't say anything about having to take the damage.
The effects usually still work. Now, how far are they going?
10 feet away from where I was whenever I...
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Oh, wait. Then that was a bad time. I've gone over here instead, because they would have been pushed as I was running away.
What did you
Right?
cast, Sam?
I would have been here and teleport over there and
get the fire elemental
and run.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yolan's regal presence.
Oh, that's the one you said is like wizard spirit guardians.
Now, the fire elemental does take the 46 points of psychic.
4d6, yeah, so
4d6.
Yeah, so 13 total.
Oh God, I was about to say, holy shit!
Yeah, I thought it was 46.
No, 4d6.
Like I gotta go get this.
13 damage.
What's this?
And it is immune to the prone condition, but it
I can still push it. Yeah, so I'm
push it 10 feet back. 1, 2. Yeah, that would have been a real bad spot for you if you. Well, no, because you. It goes 1, 2.
Yeah, because of where I am now.
So where you were.
2, 3, 4.
And I wouldn't have gotten home skillet in that, right?
Freddy's coming.
You could have if you wanted to. It is a question of if you want to or not.
Don't forget your crucifix, me.
Where would I have had to move to do that? Right?
It wouldn't. It would have just changed where you.
I guess after my
teleported to.
teleport, I could have just run.
Well, you could have teleported to be within 10 feet of it and the fire, him and the fire elemental. I just assumed you were leaving him alone, but
then I'd be within opportunity attack range of this guy.
True.
After he's moved. No, I think I'm gonna keep where I was.
Okay. A little further back. You were like right here. Mostly because that's even ground. Are you doing anything else? Hope not.
And then the same thing that happens on his when they end their turn or enter it for the first time in a turn,
It's 10 feet though, right?
10 feet emanation, but then I can push them 10 feet, so I can be like, hey, wait.
That's very cool on a wizard for sure. It is now the fire elemental's turn, which roars to life after being pushed back by you, Valoth. The fire elemental has 50 feet of movement, and he is going to use as much of it as he can.
Jeez Louise.
So 1, 2, 3.
Was he entering Drazad's range for the first time on a turn?
He is. So he'll make wisdom
Now they
save.
make it on the start of their turn because I pushed him out.
Oh my God.
20 on the wisdom
Y'all
save.
need to be right next to each other.
How much damage?
Oh, right, because I'm so sorry.
I saw 12 come up.
Was that what that was? Yes, 12, so 6.
Okay, takes 6 radiant damage. As it rushes towards you, Flora, you expect that it's going to make an attack, but instead, it just consumes you in its space. You're going to take 5 points of fire damage.
Gonna take no points of fire damage.
You're immune, you're right. It doesn't know that. 1, 2, so that's 5 total spaces moved.
It has difficult terrain in the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Good call.
So this would be first in here. It had used 15 up to this point.
Right.
So 25, 35. Drazad, you're going to take 5 points of damage. Fire damage. 2. And it's going to go 45 on this side. And it's going to make its attacks on you, Drazad.
Oh, it's not within 10 feet of me?
It's very weird.
Actually, I'm going to put it...
Okay.
No, it's not because of that.
Even if it is.
It's still funny.
Perfectly okay.
Timing-wise.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 attacks on you, Drazad, as it engulfs you and then moves to the side, sort of dizzying your senses. It makes 2 attacks. First one is a 24 to hit. Second is a 15 to hit.
The 15 does not hit.
Okay, so as the 24 connects, you are going to take 10 points of fire damage, half to 5, and you are now burning. Which means at the start of each of your turns, you take 1d4 until you do something like put out the fire.
I don't have a ring for that, but
Yeah,
you know
that
what
didn't
I
exist.
Do have?
Fire ring.
I have that.
Hey, you're on fire!
Yay!
Fireball.
Just fall over.
Yeah.
At the end of its turn, every creature within 10 feet of it is going to take another 1d10 fire, so 5 fire damage. Flora, you're immune. Drazad, you take 2. Odd, you take the full 5, I believe.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that was 3 separate damages for you. Yeah.
Okay.
It was all of them would have added up to 10. Con save.
Higher than that. Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to maintain your concentration, but it only gets the Spirit Guardian's damage once per
Once per turn.
Yes.
Yeah, so as it ends, it doesn't take it again. Odd, it is now your go as this fire elemental has basked you, nearly baked you in its magical flame. What would you like to do?
And it is blocking pretty much any way I can go, right?
You can get around it if you want, but you're going to enter its range and exit its range if you do that.
Well, I guess I gotta deal with this stupid thing.
Do I have Misty Step prepared?
Oh, I do. Yeah, but I feel like
I know, as a warlock, yeah.
I know. I want to focus this thing down. Okay, so I'm going to see Odd with this thing's back turned to starts beating Elora's drum, making some of that magic that he usually does, and he throws it on it, and you see a bunch of little targets come up on this thing's back. I'm gonna hex it.
Okay.
Do
you think there's a?
I'm gonna give it.
that?
I'm gonna give it
There is.
disadvantage on wisdom saves,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna start swinging it.
Your first,
And I'm gonna start blasting.
First attack's advantage.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's a 20 and a 19.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Almost 2 nat 20s.
So that's 12.
Don't you crit on a 19? Not that.
No, it used to be that way, but
Sam, I just want to let you know, you moving all those elementals back really messed up what I was trying to do.
What were you gonna do?
Well, they kind of get beefed up off of like elemental damage, and so this guy was going to be dealing like little
As he
amounts of
walks
damage
through
to
them.
everything
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
powering
It
them
would
up.
like I
Yeah.
see.
Kind of like how the Flame Skulls did with the
Yeah.
smoke monsters.
Yay.
It still kind of works, but they got a lot of work to get back where they need to go.
Yeah, because it's difficult terrain in the Spirit Guardians and half their movement to stand up.
Yes. I've done the math.
31 points of damage.
What kind
all
of
going to be thunder damage and necrotic damage. I don't know.
Nice. Okay.
Resistant to any of that.
You said 30 what?
31.
31.
31.
Yep.
47.
As you see this living flame writhing before you, you think better than to strike it with the typical bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing that might just cut through it without doing much.
Right.
And so as you connect with your thunder damage, you see its form being shaken apart, almost as if the flames themselves are being smothered.
I did not want to close on it. I want to say at the.
Oh, at the 10 feet, you're right. I keep forgetting you have 10 feet of reach.
Yeah,
I gave you that, and I'm
gave me
still...
and then I'm going to throw some spears at it.
Okay.
I don't have advantage from this. Oh, no. What is 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not high AC on these elementals.
All right. That's going to be 15 points of damage. It's going to be thunder or it's going to be force and 13 force and 2 necrotic.
Okay.
Okay.
All the damage types. It is resistant to none of them.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it's resistant to all of them. I was like, oh shit.
So I rolled. Both of those are going to hit. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can miss this thing. It's probably
I don't think I can.
close, but
So that's going to be 18 18 and 6 is 24.
24.
And then one more, another 6.
30 total. Yeah.
30 total.
All right. So, Odd, you see this creature kind of wreaking havoc, breaking the lines of your companions, and potentially empowering these constructs. You charge forward, Sunblade, or rather Sunrod in hand, and use the power of your patron to smother this flame as it is dispersed.
Oh. I thought that thing had a lot more hit points.
Me
than
too.
That.
It is a run-of-the-mill fire elemental.
Okay.
I will peek behind the curtain here.
Yeah.
The idea was for these constructs to sort of take a lot of the damage for it, and
yeah.
it to be like a symbiotic relationship.
Gotcha.
But you did well to thwart that plan.
Yeah,
So
maybe 30 feet up towards maybe the one on the ground by Valor.
so 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
I have like 18.
It didn't die on one of the subsequent hits, huh?
No,
Okay.
it had 4 hit points when you said 6 more.
Perfect.
So you just barely got it.
Yeah.
As the flame is dispersed and Odd, you charge forward. Drazad,
Definitely up.
you
Roll
sort of
high, too.
are staring dead ahead into the eyes of the Forge Master who trained you, who raised you for the latter half of your life. As they stare back into yours, they appear to be quite lucid when they utter the words, "We serve Pyraxis in all his forms, Drazad." It is now his turn, but you see him lower his hammer to the ground as he just continues to watch the battle wear on. Flora, it is your go.
So
What would you like to do?
In my Scald Runner form, I'm gonna hiss at Drazad and say, "Drazad, this your god's doing." And then I'm
Still
gonna,
telepathic, so yeah.
yeah. I'm saying it out
Saying
loud.
it out loud.
I'm going up to the
Yeah,
one
that's
over
like-
there on the end.
Okay.
I have to roll to see if this recharges. It does.
Nice. And you have advantage on your actual attack roll when that happens.
Oh, I do?
It's prone.
I knocked the prone.
Okay, so I'm going to bite it, so I have advantage. Nat 20!
Oh, yeah. Nice. Now knowing exactly how susceptible these creatures are to the corrosive poison within your Scald Runner form, you rush forward on all 6s,
Bite.
latching onto the creature as your poison begins to sink in. You feel that obsidian rock beginning to soften under your teeth.
Okay. Does it matter damage type?
No, it doesn't, because, well, if it's,
Piercing and poison.
yeah, it's fine. Well, actually, it is, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stat block.
You're good. I'm asking.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It'll
Okay.
take full from both
so
of
then
those.
I doubled the dice, right?
Yes.
So 22 plus 3, so 25 total.
Okay.
Wow.
As you have it locked off in your jaw, you pour corrosive breath into its form. One of the crystals on its head begins to slump and slag off
And it has to.
onto the ground.
I don't think I can get both of them because they're not within 15 feet, so I'm just going to do all corrosive breath on him. He has
Okay.
to make a save.
Okay, con save?
Yeah.
Nat 20, actually.
Okay, so he'll take half.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take the average, so it'll be 10 points of poison.
Nice. It is still there, still moving under your teeth. You feel its form has softened, and it's not really able to move in the way that it's used to, but it is still moving indeed. It is
Could
now...
I possibly try to move with it in my mouth?
That would be a grapple. You're not grappling it, I don't think. That is a separate...
You
Like,
had to use
Instead of
you would ha-
attacking.
instead of attacking, you
Okay,
would have had to
I
grapple
understand.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's part
I
of
like the idea, though.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
It is...
Attack, grapple it, point it towards his friend and just spray yourself past it. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It is now the golem's turns. This one is going to stand up. So it has 15 feet of movement left, but I don't think it's going to go very far.
It's just gonna attack the thing.
It is going to attack the thing in front of it. 2 attacks at you, Flora.
Oh, I didn't think about the fact that he could stand up. I almost moved.
I mean, he still would have taken opportunity attacks on you, but
No, because he was prone.
They'd have been at disadvantage.
Oh,
He still could have.
First attack is a 26 to hit.
that hits.
Second is a 21.
That hits.
As this time you have seen the you've seen these attacks already. And you're expecting just that sort of piercing, slashing pain from its mandibles. But as it jabs into you, you feel a radiant force begin to burn underneath your skin as it discharges the extra damage that it has been storing up. You're going to take a total between both attacks, 30 points of slashing damage and 18 points of radiant damage.
Oh,
He's
man.
down, friends.
Ooh.
You're down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wild shape out right when you fall.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see Flora fall unconscious, taking a level of exhaustion.
No.
As the
Like-
light,
Remind me of that.
we gotta keep this the difficulty level up here. You see the light within this golem begin to diminish. It is no longer storing that energy. This golem is now going to stand. So it has 15 feet of movement left. I don't think it can get to you, Drazad. So instead, it is going to stay exactly where it is. Actually, I'm going to have it move a little further over so it's near its buddy. And you see it hold out its 2 pincers, arcing energy from within between the 2, forming sort of like a rail gun as it fires off 2 radiant bolts of stored energy at
This
you.
man made a taser. Somebody sent me a video the other day of a girl, using the taser.
I was like, ah!
She came out and she said, "You're watching Disney Channel," and it was a fucking taser.
One is a 22 to hit. The other is an 11.
That does not hit.
The one hits.
The 22
Second
hits.
does not. As one of the bolts sears through the atmosphere inside of this cavern and mirrors off of all of the shining obsidian embedded in the walls, you're able to dodge the first, but the second connects as you move out of the way, and you're going to take 18 points of radiant damage. This last elemental does not have any energy stored. It is going to stand. This one no longer has anything. Oh my gosh.
Don't break it.
I got it.
Slide it off the bottom.
I had to like wobble it. It is going to stand and it's just going to attack you, Odd, because it doesn't have much movement to go. I think that's probably why you closed on it. It definitely doesn't want to move out of your range.
Come on, just move. You can go. It's fine.
One of the attacks is a 10. The other is a 24 to hit.
I will shield.
Okay. As it swings one of its mandibles across the ground, sending shrapnel into the air, you jump to dodge it. It tries to drive its second pincer into your eye as you leap into the air, and you, at the last second, get shield up so it clangs off. It is going to stay right there as we now move.
Ends its turn either in my emanation or in Drazad's.
Whoa.
Is it in your emanation?
Mine's only 10 feet, but Drazad's is 15.
I think it's in Drazad's, yeah. So it'll make the wisdom save.
Music, or is there a bug?
No, that is the music.
Okay.
Bug?
It sounds like a bug.
Nat
like
20 on the
flapping in
wisdom
lights,
save.
Oh, nice. Okay.
like a June bug or something.
It takes half.
It does. And it is no
No.
longer...
It never
It's at
was.
the end of its turn.
Yeah.
It never was.
was.
You're right.
I was going to ask
Fine.
how that works. But I think it's ending its turn there.
Does it get charged up
I don't know. I would
No.
think it drops it, but yeah.
That only happens...
with the
And
combo?
allies taking the damage near it.
Oh shit, no, I can do that now.
Oh.
I'm going to do that now.
I was
What
wondering.
does it do?
It takes the radiant damage and then it stores it and it uses it on an attack.
Oh, yeah.
So it is now resistant to radiant damage until the end of its next turn.
Did it take?
Alex, would we call this combat a trial by fire?
4 total.
4 total after the resistance. So, Drazad, it is now your go, and Valath, you're on deck. Yes, Morgan, I did hear that. How about fire?
You are on fire. Too.
Question.
Oh, yeah. Take 1d4 burning damage.
At the
Fire.
start?
At the start.
You're still on fire. You gotta put yourself out.
3, so 2, so 1.
Didn't it sound like a June bug?
Yeah.
Con save.
I did that.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Oh,
I actually know what drum effects pack that is from back in the day.
It sounds cool. I just keep like it's not consistent. Like it's not the whole song, so I keep thinking it's a June bug.
If any of you are interested in creating music, the damage pack from Heavy Hits, I think is the name of the company. They have a lot of really good loops, and they use them in these songs all the
Yeah,
time.
it's good.
do I think that Emir's under like a charmed condition, possibly?
I will allow you to either make an insight or arcana check, your choice. Free of charge.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Roll for it first.
27. That was a nat 1. 20.
With your nat
Don't just
20
take
arcana check, you get like the last glimmer of your detect magic in the atmosphere. You can see that charm magic, that enchantment magic is very strong in this chamber. It appears to be strongest here. However, because you rolled so well, you see that your master is not affected by it. Is not connected to that enchantment effect.
Ricky said somebody wanted to test us.
I think it's him.
We talked about it like it was like some other
He's
being.
thinking about that.
Yeah, but I don't know why he would.
Seeing you staring him down, he's going to say, "Recall the first teachings, Drazad. We do not simply create and destroy. We shape and mold. By extension, we are all of us called to be shaped by one another."
I got a secondary question. The big old piece of obsidian behind him.
Yes.
Is there like anything like energy coming out of it from it to these things?
You can I'll have you also make an arcana check.
Used to be good at this.
Yeah, when you had your hat.
You need the witch hat of intellect.
The hat that I have.
I don't have my reaction right now. So that is a 13.
It doesn't. While there is like an enchantment energy that you can feel in this chamber, especially after becoming so accustomed to it before you arrived in the Obsidian Caves, you don't feel that there's a connection between it and these creatures.
Okay. I still don't trust it.
You shouldn't.
I'm dead, so
Oh,
me
yeah,
either.
shit. I looked at Flora, I'm like, Flora, what do you think about that rock? Oh, what happened?
What are you doing?
Two of the rocks are standing over. He's like, "Oh, rock hurt."
Why are you laying on the
you down
ground,
there?
Flora?
Yeah.
Like you cannot relax like
Val
Valoth.
Get up. Yeah, exactly.
She is lying, bro.
I will. I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna drive by.
Just
Okay.
that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna like. I'm a.
Put
Well,
your arm up, and I was like, "What part of your body?"
is that 15 feet if I get like right here, not in this threatened area?
You would.
I'll take an opportunity attack. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was about to say you'd have to
like-
get in range of one.
Whoop.
to get
Hey,
both
what's
of
up,
them.
y'all? Bow, 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 bow. And then I'm gonna run over here to the Forge
Bow,
Master.
bow, bow, bow.
Did you designate him when you cast the spell as friendly?
No.
Then he's gonna also have to make.
I'll have to make the save. Okay, so the two obsidian creatures are going to make their saves. One on the left first. That is a fail with a 6. That is a success, I believe, with an 18.
Yes, just barely.
Okay, so one fails, one succeeds. They are both going to make themselves resistant to radiant damage.
They both take 11.
Well,
And then the one that saved takes 5.
Oh, well, I rolled 22 and 23. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. That is, thank goodness. Okay, so they don't take very much. Now I'm gonna roll for Amir, your forge master.
And as I run up to him, I'll observe him for any obsidian weapons, but you do not understand what we've been dealing with. Are you cursed just like the other people around?
He is going to take 14, or sorry, he rolled a 14 on his wisdom save, so he fails.
He's going to
take damage.
16 radiant damage.
16 radiant damage. As your holy light pours through him and you scan his features for any hint of corruption or obsidian, you do see that many of his tools, like yours, are made of obsidian metals. His large warhammer is also made of obsidian, but he has thrown it down at his side. He looks to you after you deal him damage. After all this, would you be so rigid to break beneath the hammer?
Drazad will not break.
We will see. You must learn when to be steadfast and when to bend. As you see him reach for his hammer as he lifts it. He's not taking an aggressive pose, but he is holding the hammer once again.
As I'm talking to him, I'll kind of glance over at Floor and wave my hand. I'll heal you for 17. I'll cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Now all you can hear is Waluigi,
Literally.
Wario singing this song.
Are you doing anything else?
Man.
Still have your action, I believe.
You can't
Yeah.
actually put the fire out if you're.
Yeah, you
Looking for something to
you
do.
basically have to drop prone and use your action to roll to put it out.
I mean,
It's not dealing that much damage.
No, but
to
it is making you make a con save. But you're really good at those, so.
Yeah.
Burning's one of my favorite things they added in the new rules. Even though it's like really small and simple, I just feel like it adds a lot of flavor.
I'm assuming your con save's a +9, isn't it?
I'm going to move. No, it's a +3.
Oh, okay.
I just have advantage, and
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not going to say what I was about to say out loud because that's going to doom me for the rest of the campaign. I'm not putting that juju out there. I don't want to move it because everything's situated, but
Yeah, I got you.
I'll be within 10 feet of him.
So, okay.
And I'm assuming, fuck that thing. Okay.
Are you moving?
Yes. Yeah, I want to be outside of 10 feet from him.
He is going to take an opportunity
I
attack.
think he would have not approached.
Oh.
Is that what you're saying, or you want to back away from him?
You said you were closing on him earlier, so I assumed
Yeah.
you were getting right up on him.
Yeah. No, I'll back away if I have the movement for it.
Okay. I take it back. He's not going to opportunity attack you. He watches as you back up.
Okay, and then the last thing I'll do is I'll look up to him and Razad is not sure what is going on right now. But you are right about one thing. We'll always praise Pyraxis. Let me show you his power. I need a dexterity saving throw from the Forge Master, and is that obsidian thing within 10 feet?
In 10 feet of you?
No. 10
Feet of the Forge Master?
Yes.
Yes.
Or well, I'll put it like the effect in the middle.
Okay.
Um,
Dex saves from both of them?
yes, please.
I just forgot that I took Mage Slayer, so anything that's been hitting me, or if I hit anything that has concentration, it's
Oh,
at
yeah.
disadvantage. I don't know if I did.
It hasn't come up
Yeah.
yet.
Nothing's been casting.
I just forgot I took it.
So the Forge Master is going to make his Dex save. That is a nat 1. He's going to fail. The Construct is going to make their Dex save. That is actually quite high. Non-natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, so he will take half damage. You'll see Drazad's holy symbol begin to glow, and it'll actually like lift off of his chest, and it'll shoot just a ball of white light into this cave ceiling, and then it expands and shoots down. I'll cast Flame Strike on them.
Ooh, nice.
And then it does. So I'll just roll the same damage because it's one effect happening, both of them. So they will take 20 fire damage and 20 radiant damage,
Which I think is the average.
or half as much if they save.
The Obsidian did save.
Yeah,
And he's
so
resistant.
And he's resistant.
Radiant.
So he actually only takes 15 total,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
But your master failed
It takes 40.
40
Well,
total.
unless he's resistant to radiant or...
He is not.
Yeah, he's got to be resistant to fire.
As your attack lands upon the Forge Master, you see him drop to a knee, his eyes dizzy with unconsciousness. He looks up to you and utters one last passing bit of wisdom. Ambition alone is ash, yes. But resignation alone is the death of spirit. And he falls to the ground unconscious.
Zod, why?
I'm not going to kill him.
He is unconscious. He's on death saves.
Yep.
We do that for all the NPCs. Are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay, Valoth, it is your go. What would you like to do?
Drazad is
Odd, you're on deck.
He is like...
So
Yeah.
he's not in my space.
He didn't hit you.
yet.
He's not. He's just outside. If you step up,
What?
you'll
He
get
brought
him
us
in.
to a room with a fire elemental
I'm trying
and
to
3
see
obsidian
if I can kind
goons.
of run around
If you did that,
to
I'd
get
be
him if he fails to get him to push this way instead of that way.
You can. You'll just be spending a little extra movement to do
Like,
it.
how much extra?
So 1, 2, 3. He'd be in here.
Okay.
You want that?
Yeah.
You
that
want
works.
to push towards Odd?
Well, I kind of want to push him like past Odd this way, so I might.
Okay. Then yeah, there's no extra movement there. This is just 10 feet of
Difference.
movement.
Yeah.
Get there. And that's going to potentially push him back. He's got to save, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save.
Oh no, you didn't hex him. You hexed the other guy.
That is an 8, so he fails.
Yeah. So he's prone, push 10 feet, and
Okay.
he's gonna take some damage.
Do you get opportunity attack or no? Because
Don't think so,
No,
because
'cause they're
not
not
willingly moving.
12 psychic damage.
Okay. He is immune to psychic.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They're all immune to psychic, but I'm still.
He is
Oh, they are?
pushed 10 feet back and prone.
I was about to blight him.
As you drive him backwards
Wait,
with
that's
your
not-
psychic energy, you see him actually like stepping away from your regal presence and then bowing.
Yeah, as these like I said, they're like the shadow forms, was just instead of shadow, it's like an astral sea of the Valoth eyes.
Nice.
Within them as
They
these
recognize
extra.
a greater power that they couldn't have beheld before.
Well, and like you know how whenever you're looking at like a road on a hot day, and if there's like warbling mirage, it's kind of like that around all of the Valoths too. As he runs by, and he's not gonna make the guy save because he's like, I guess
And you
he's
can
down
choose?
and he's cool. Yeah, it says when they enter, I can choose to make them.
Got it.
So I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get as far this way as I can.
This is 10, 15, 20,
I want to be coming. Yeah, I want to come this way. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
25, 30. You can get here.
And then, so he's in range.
Now, and just so you know, if you move any further, you're leaving this guy's range.
Well, I'd have to teleport to move further, right? Or I can use an action dash, I guess. But I'm gonna he's in range.
He has to
Make a
save. That is a 17.
It saves.
Okay. 18 minus 1, baby.
Do I want to silver
You have a
barbs
-1
it?
to save.
Yes.
What did? What
Yeah,
did?
we're nearing the point where we're gonna
Oh.
have to. Yeah, I'm gonna silver barbs that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get.
It is 1 lower.
Yeah, that's all I needed. Yeah, so he fails. I'm not gonna roll the psychic damage since they're immune, but he's prone
Push
and
back.
pushed 10 feet. I'm gonna give Flora the advantage from the
Yeah.
silvery barbs,
Okay.
I'll say I don't need it.
and then I'm going to use my free Misty Step to get here. Actually, I'm gonna kind of interpose myself a little bit better.
Okay.
Push that guy that way.
Got it. Because you're appearing there, he will.
Yeah.
Nice. That's smart. That's a fail.
Get pushed, and I think that puts him in Drazad's Spirit Guardians.
Ooh, nice.
No?
Does. Fails the wisdom save. How much damage?
Oh my god! I wish y'all could see this. The D8
barely
was
rolling.
no, it was like spinning super fast and it wouldn't stop. 25 radiant damage.
It is going to make itself resistant. So it's going to take half of that
12.
12. But it is not looking good at this point. You see that radiant energy beginning to gather in its obsidian form. but it's weakened due to all the corrosive poison that's been eating away at it from Flora's attacks earlier.
I did cast Silvery Barbs again because I still want to keep the free use of it.
Okay.
I use my free Misty Step because I cast Silvery Barbs. And then for my action, I'm going to Toll the Dead on
If you're wondering which one is hurt more, it's the one that you're pointing at. Yeah, the magic.
Yeah, well, I just know that they're doing resistant stuff, and he's already done his, so I want to do it to him. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I'm trying to get the ones closest to Flora. So I need
a con save?
Whiz save.
Whiz save. Jeez. You guys know how to pick them. Fail with a 12.
Sweet. He's gonna, and because he's damaged, he's gonna take D12s instead of D8s.
The obsidian constructs aren't smart.
That's 9 plus 7, 16.
Okay.
Necrotic damage.
As
for that roll.
As you all hear a bell resound within the chamber, hands reach up from the ground and begin to disassemble this construct piece by piece. It is so weak that it allows it to happen, as if the undead themselves are mining this obsidian vein from whence it came. It is gone. Are you doing anything else? I hope not.
Oh, that was action, bonus action, reaction, movement.
Very efficient. Odd, it is your go. Flora, you're on deck.
What did the Forge Master say?
As he was going down?
Yeah, it turns into ash or...
Said, ambition alone is ash, yes, but resignation alone is the death of spirit.
Ambition.
I hit the one on the ground for a 29.
29 definitely hits.
29?
29? How much damage is it taking?
A lot.
I know.
A deadly amount, some might say.
Yeah.
And I use my bonus action to move the hex onto it.
Okay. I'll just remember that. Oh, I've got it here. Never mind.
Not that much, actually. That's 13.
13 points of...
So it's thunder damage. And
Okay.
9 points of thunder damage, 4 necrotic.
Okay. So it doesn't resist any of that because it already absorbed radiant earlier. As you strike out against it with your the ringing of your drum and the necrotic energy that you force into those foul winds, you see it swirl around the creature. It is still writhing on the ground, but it's not looking good. Its body is disintegrating.
It hits.
It's almost a nat 20.
Almost doesn't count.
Does 17 damage do it in?
17 damage does indeed do it in, assuming it's not resistant to any of it.
Force and necrotic.
Okay. As you push forward a little bit more, driving your sun spear into the creature. I guess this would be Eldritch Blasts, right?
Eldritch Blast, yeah.
You conjure a spear, throwing it into the ground, striking the obsidian and cracking the large crystal that protrudes from its head. As its body grows limp, the porous stone begins to crumble onto the ground.
As I run my way towards the last one, I'm looking at the big obsidian stone. I want to throw a spear at it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Do I have to hit it?
Yeah, it's low AC. I mean, it's an object.
Got advantage on that?
No.
Oh.
You throw the spear at its shit.
Oh, yo!
Well, I mean, that's still
11?
No, it's still 13.
Yeah, most objects have like a 10 AC, so we're giving it a 10.
I mean, he almost rolled on that one.
It's also very large, so...
Yeah. That hit?
Yes, it did. As you loose your spear, it flies past Drazad's right side, stabbing into the stone. You see similarly, it begins to split. But
11 force damage.
11 force damage as your spectral spear jabs into it, splits some of the stone, and begins to dissipate. You still feel some of that enchantment energy exuding through this obsidian vein. Your attack doesn't seem to have done much to disrupt that.
I'm just shaking. Okay. And I'll move as far as I can towards the other one.
Okay.
It's on the ground.
Yeah, that's on the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I
You
can get-
almost get in. Well, yeah, you're 10 feet of reach, so yes.
Yeah, but I can
He's
I can
using-
swing, but I'm gonna have disadvantage because I got to be on top.
Oh,
of it.
right,
You know,
right,
this-
right.
But this is with disadvantage. That was a 6. That was a 15 hit.
15 does not hit,
Oh, no.
unfortunately. As you launch your spear, and just because of the angle that it strikes the obsidian crystal at, it glances off and embeds itself into the cavern floor.
I'm 5 feet. Am I 10 feet away from it?
You are currently 10 feet away.
Okay.
Do anything else?
That's where I want to be.
Okay, I'm going to roll a death save for Forge Master. All right, Flora, it is now your go.
Okay, I'm using half of my movement to stand up.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Blight on the construct right next to me, so I need it to make a con save.
Okay. That is a 19,
He
I
saved.
believe. Yes. Oh, actually, it's higher than that.
Okay, he takes half, so
Get blighted.
It will.
so 22.
Woo.
It's 44 total, so 22 is what he's taking.
Okay. Thank goodness it's saved. As you cast your blight, vines begin to spring up and die as they break through the ground, wrapping around this construct and sucking the life from it.
Is he still alive?
It is still alive. It's still pulsing with a bit of radiant energy, but it is definitely hurting. It's not looking good.
All right. Then
Yeah, because I've been knocking them down, but they're immune to psychic damage, so I haven't been doing
Yeah.
any damage to them.
Honestly, knocking them down's been doing a lot, though.
Well,
Yeah.
especially whenever you're putting difficult terrain everywhere, it's like,
Like I
half
do-
your movement,
might have-
and you can't move anywhere.
Like I debuff the hell out of them. That's all I'm doing.
I'm gonna get out of there. I'm going to
Took a page out of your book.
face step
the other.
my full 30
Okay.
towards Drazad.
So that would be
Let's level up. I think I'm gonna take a spell. and
1,
If
2,
us three stay together, we
4,
can
5, 6.
Yeah.
lock down everybody.
Flora, as those
Eliminate.
vines encircle your foe, you feel the weight of your wounds, and you decide to take a step back to regain your footing.
Yeah, I actually am gonna use the other one and go 60 feet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you can go all the way to the other side of the chamber with
You
that.
hurting?
Yeah,
Another obsidian construct springs from the...
Literally.
bro.
You're just chasing Flora down to
Yeah.
get her up and kill the things that are.
That is it, I think.
Okay. This obsidian construct is going to stand up and on its last leg, delirious beyond all belief, it is going to make 2 attacks on you, Odd.
When it entered my range, I get an attack on it.
Because he was 10 feet away when he attacked it before. So.
Yeah. When it enters your 5 foot of range?
Just any range, I think.
Well, the range of your reach is 10 feet currently.
Okay. Well, then I would have stopped a little shorter then.
Okay,
That's why I wanted to stop before.
that's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why I was confused. I was like,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
reach
I'm
is 10
sorry.
feet. You can hit within that.
That's why I asked if I was
You can't
10
pick and
feet away.
choose. Yeah.
I wanted to be like, oh, you stepped in. Bop.
I thought you were just trying to avoid getting in its range.
No. I was setting it up.
Make your attack.
Definitely hits. So it's 15 on the dice plus 11.
That definitely does hit.
Yeah.
God damn.
How much damage is it taken?
Plus 11 to hit. That's insane.
Just.
I'm like, where does it say that? that wasn't.
No, that's
you
my,
were looking
that's
at.
my
yeah,
like.
yeah, Sentinel or whatever it is.
No, that's my.
13 on some rolls, like my nature checks, but not to hit.
I
Whoa.
have a plus 11.
12 points of what kind of damage?
It's all thunder.
Thunder damage.
Thunder,
Yeah, my highest.
As your thunder ripples through the chamber once again, you see some of its ashy body beginning to disintegrate under the pulse, but it lumbers forward nonetheless and is going to take 2 attacks on you.
No.
That is going to be a 27
That
and a 17.
27 hits for sure.
Okay. As it lands one of its attacks and swings wildly with the second missing, the first is going to deal 15 points of slashing damage and 9 points of radiant damage as the glow within its crystal begins to dim once again.
As the radiant damage kind of comes, as he swings and the radiant glow hits I just kind of absorb some of that radiant damage in.
Yoda style.
Yeah.
With Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Much to learn. You still have.
That's right.
Drazad, it is your go. That was a terrible Yoda. I won't do it again. I promise.
Did it end its turn in Drazad's 15 feet?
It fucking did.
Get wrecked.
It fails the wisdom save.
Roll it up, Drazad. Show him what's up.
13.
It is going to make itself
That was one of those
resistant. Just hang on for a little longer.
6 damage.
6. It is still standing there as it continues to glow.
And are you still on fire?
You are.
1d4.
That's an
I will chip you to death,
I'm just
damn
doing
it.
my best to remember all the stack stuff we've got going on. Right
There's a lot. These combats have weaker creatures, but there's a lot of...
You rolled a 1?
No, 3.
I was going to say, if you rolled a 1, you don't take none.
That resistance to fire damage has been paying off.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly. Why? And it's lightning.
It off for me until they hit me with everything but that.
It helped earlier.
Yeah, it did.
Came in.
I didn't take the 5 from the fire elemental.
The 5 twice.
Didn't take the 10. I did take the 103
Yes.
from the other creatures, but I didn't take
Oh.
the 10.
Is that all? Just 103?
It's 103. I did take 103. Yeah, and a level of exhaustion, but the 10 fire.
Oh, damn.
You'll see Drazad pretty much not drop out of initiative because I don't think he could do that, but he will basically, you'll see him kind of like resign from the fight. You'll see the 2 Drazads and the Gribziks form back into him as he drops his concentration. And then you'll see a bright light glow from Drazad, and I'll cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
Oh, I forget I can't heal in the same turn.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's dumb.
It'll be useful later.
I'm far enough away, and I can heal on my next turn.
No, it was just, it wasn't flavor. Yeah, I
You
will.
can always spare the dying just so that he doesn't continue to fail his death saves.
I'll cast Beacon of Hope, and I will begin to pray over.
Emir.
Thank you. Yes. And I will.
Should have
done
top.
As a holy light erupts from your body, covering the chamber in a white glow, glimmering off of even the blackened crystals that line the walls. You then take a knee near Emir and attempt to discern what possesses his spirit, either magical or non-magical, to act in the way that he is.
Everybody within 30 feet, whatever it is, everybody but 4, has advantage on wisdom saves, and
Only allies, right?
it's everybody that I pick.
Okay, good.
And
I'm about to make this guy make
Mir
a
will
save.
have advantage on his next death saving throw.
Got it. Valoth, it is now your go. Odd, you're on deck.
Hey,
I'm going to do my best to skirt to try to push him so that he has trouble getting to them, seeing Drazad drop his concentration. And
I will tell you this. He's looking very, very
I
rough.
can't do damage with this, but I want to push him away, and then I'm...
You can't do like an unarmed strike. Go punch him.
No, I mean, like, I can cast spells. Like, I'm just concentrating on this, but I want to push him away first.
He actually got a 17.
Oh, he
18
saved.
minus
Okay,
1.
So he saves. And then I'll Toll the Dead him again, so
Okay.
another wisdom save.
He does fail that with a 4.
cool.
This was...
Oh, shit. That's a lot of dice.
16 plus 5, 21.
How does Valoth want to finish off
Nice.
this obsidian construct?
Valeth and his regal posse spin around and cast out a tolling of the dead, and I like to think that the resonance kind of comes from within those beings, emanations near him.
Okay.
As they toll out, and as it dies, they dissipate into nothingness and toll into nothingness with him as he just crumbles where he stands.
The resonance causes the stone that this construct is made of to disintegrate into nothing, dissolving not even to a pile of dust on the floor, but to the air itself. We now come out of initiative. As Drazad, you are able to stabilize your old Forge Master, who remains unconscious for now.
Everybody heal themselves for 51 hit points.
Oh god.
Holy hell.
As soon as we get out of initiative, Drazad goes, Amen, great the Pyraxis.
Did you heal boy too? You healed old boy too?
Yes.
No. Sorry.
As his eyes blink open, part of you, Drazad, hopes for him to regain the wisdom that you know your master to have that clarity that guided you in your youth. And he looks to you. You must learn to bend, Drazad.
Drazad is learning how to be malleable.
Then perhaps you're ready to hear what this vestige Pyraxis has to tell you. And that is where we will end our session for tonight.
You can heal old boy another 27.
I will.
Everyone else can heal another 27
Thank
if
you.
you need it.
They heal whatever the max heal is from that spell.
Oh yeah,
shit.
even better.
It's a beacon of hope. Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us for this second episode of our new campaign, The Molten Myth. I hope you all enjoyed. We've got 50 viewers in chat, which is one of the highest viewer totals we've ever had. Thank you so much for all your generosity, for all your cheers, for all your rolls, for everything. We love that you guys are here, and I hope that you are looking forward to our next session as much as I am. We are going to be missing this campaign for 2 weeks. However, instead of running this campaign, we're going to be running not one, but 2 episode 1s for 2 new campaigns that will be taking place, all running at the same time. And you know how we like to do it over here at Constructed Chaos? They are all going to have effects on this main campaign. Tune in next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time as we run a very special campaign. I'll be posting a little bit more about it tomorrow. And then tune in the Wednesday after for a campaign run by our very own Sam.
They can't see right now.
Yeah, he's just a voice in my head right now. That one's going to be really fun. We do have a title for that campaign. It's called The Wake of Ao. I hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any of these future campaigns. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos. Bye!